I am the one. Doom's in my hands. Now make your choice. Redeemed or enslaved. Save me from the evil one. Give me strength to carry on. I will fight for all mankind. Deliverance and peace of mind. But watch out, be aware. Listen, take care. In the streets of Halloween, there's something going on. No way to escape the paranoia. In the streets of Halloween, the spirits will arrive. Make your choice, it's hell paradise. It's Halloween. It's Halloween. It's Tonight.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Greetings, universe! My name is Orbital Bacon, and I am certified G1 and a real freaking pride. Chester Stevens is fueling up the thrust bus, let's go!
Getting my ticket for the thrust bus early.
Thank you so much, Chester Stevens, appreciate it. It's Friday, the end of the week. That means if you're here, you are indeed made of sterner stuff. Wooga wooga and booga booga, bim bams and flum bums. Oh, what's going on? Welcome back to another Sterner Stuff live stream special edition. It's the Halloween costume contest, the masquerade ball on this Halloween night. Hopefully you guys are all doing well, having a good week and having a good Halloween so far. I don't know if anybody's dressed up. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. I don't know. I think, are you ever really too old for trick-or-treating? Even if you don't go out door to door, you can still go to the grocery store and load up on candy, right? You can stuff your face at home regardless, okay? It's the end is the same either way. When you were younger, you go door to door, you ask for candy. When you're older, you just go stock up at the store. But the end result is the same. You're at home, stuffing your face.
I want to hear Kitty howl like a werewolf. Ahoo.
I hope you got your money's worth on that one.
When wrangling tonight, be sure to perform a visual and olfactory inspection of each to check for tampering.
Yes, thank you, Wiz. Thank you. Ahoo. Oh, man, I got to clip that. I want to hear Kitty howl like a werewolf. Ahoo. Hopefully you got your money's worth on that one, man. Holy shit, that was hilarious. Kitty's trolling, man. Kitty's trolling it. He's like, waste of space. I see you in the chat. You might have competition.
In my day, we made our own Halloween costumes. Edgeen now put the lotion in the basket.
Puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the holes again. Put the lotion in the fucking basket. Holy shit, you guys are killing me already. But yeah, Kitty might be the new #1 troll. Okay, he might be the new #1 troll. That was fucking hilarious. Cause you typed it out and everything. I thought it was gonna be some, long drawn out janky like H. Like he would like read all the letters. No. Kitty's he's smarter than you think, okay? Even when he's zooked out, even when he's on the zook, he's still a clever little kitty there, and he trolled you. Oh. Oh man, here, you know what? I'll give you one from the master of the werewolf howl, Jana of the jungle. Here you go. Oh, wait.
Tonight is the costume contest, that shows of the cakes and the chests. A waifu will lose, if she should choose, to try and pass a stealth test.
That's right. And stealth check failed right there. Yeah, no waifus passing the stealth check tonight.
You can do it, Kitty. Oh, you.
See, now that's more what I thought he was gonna do. Was he'd troll you a little bit just reading out all the letters. Okay, I figured that's what he would do the first time, but still, not really a howl. So let's give you one from Jana real quick. There you go. Now all things are right with the world, right? now all things are right. Holy shit, man. Well, that's a great way to start the stream, dude. Kitty just trolling us. Okay, so thank you guys. Also, big support right out the gate. Really appreciate you guys. But yeah, hopefully you're doing well this Halloween evening. Okay, it's All Hallows Eve is where we got Halloween. And it's the evening of it. So we're going to be kicking back, relaxing, kicking off the weekend because it's still Friday. Even if it's Halloween, it's still Friday. We're still starting the weekend, okay? So we're kicking off the weekend right like we do every week here on the Orbital Station with the best community on YouTube, the Bim Bams, the Flum Bums. I'm talking about you, the Baconeers, painting and rambling with a visit from the Gyat Fairy.
Trolls, starring Kitty
Seach. Kitty, what? All right, now that one he's just on the zook. Maybe he was trolling, maybe he's just zooked out already,
We like zook, see?
We like the zook, see? Okay, some Halloween zook for you. Seach. Seach. Holy shit.
I got my gummy bears and a pair of rock stars ready for the stream. The trick-or-treaters are inside checking out their hauls. And the Baconeers have gathered to have a late-night party on the station.
That's right.
You're really stacked, aren't you?
Let's try it again with feeling. Ah woo werewolves of London.
It sounded like he was falling down some stairs. That just sounded... Werewolves of London. Kitty just fell down a flight of stairs. Oh, man, Kitty, you know, there's elevators here on the Gyat Yacht, okay? We've got hover pads on the orbital station. You don't need to take the stairs. Michael Russell with a bass dono. Let's go.
Hail Bacon Kruger and the Baconeers.
Thank you, Michael Russell, for that based. That's a based. Let's go. Thank you so much. Yeah, Kitty's falling down the stairs, man. He's trolling real hard tonight. He's zooking out. He's trolling. He can't handle the stairs. He's like Ed 209 from RoboCop. Stairs are his weakness, okay? Stairs are his one weakness. You know, he can handle the waifus. You know, he's grabbing the pantsu and all that. Can't handle stairs, though.
Maybe Kitty did fall, but his hair is perfect.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, not a crinkle, not a wrinkle on that suit. You know, he's still dressed to the nines. Thank you, Bloodwork, for the 10 big Bison Bucks.
Yes!
Whiz with 10 big Bison Bucks.
Kitty, you can do it. STSTSTSTSTSTSTS soy and you.
What was that? STSTS soy. Soylence. No. Oh, man. This is great. This is already the best Halloween ever. This is already. I mean, we haven't even gotten started, and this is already the best Halloween ever. Kitty's just zooking out. He's like the star of the show. I should just let Kitty host the rest of the show.
Kitty thinks he's the Roflcopter now.
Yeah, he's taking over, man. He's the star now. He's like the funniest one there. Whoa, buddy. Yeah, Soylent. Soy. No. Holy shit, man. I'm already like, I'm like tearing up. I'm laughing so hard already. Whoa, buddy. I never knew Kitty could troll us this bad. I never knew you could be that zooked out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've seen some zooking out in my day. But I didn't know. Kitty's just taking it to whole new levels, man. That's all he got for Halloween. He didn't get any candy or anything. He's just got a bunch of zook.
Okay, Kitty, here's the important one. Clactubaratanicto.
All right. Not too bad. I think he got that one. He remembered the last word at least. You know, at least he remembered all three words. Clatu barata nicto. Necktie. Yeah. So, okay, he got it. He passed that one. Thank you, Painting and Rambling. Appreciate it, man. Holy shit. All right, so yeah, might just have to let Kitty host the rest of the show, man. He's zooking out, okay, before he passes out. I don't know. That's all he got. That's all he got. You know, everybody, he went around. I took Kitty trick-or-treating earlier, right? And he didn't want any candy. Everybody just put Zook in his little pumpkin pail there. You know, he just put it in a little pumpkin pail. He got it full of Zook, and he's already picking out. Reverb fueling up the thrust bus.
I get the feeling that by the end of the night, Kitty is going to go slasher on some of us. You know who you are.
Yeah, he's got his eyes on you. That's right. Thank you, man. You guys are awesome, man. Like that's why I said it just a minute ago. Best community on YouTube, best way to kick off the weekend, okay? And this is already like the best Halloween ever, man. I haven't laughed this much in a while. You know, not since like a couple Sterner stuffs ago. Last time Kitty was zooking out like this, you know. But this is the best. This is like all-star performance right now. I'm fucking loving it. So yeah, we are going to be kicking off the weekend as we do every Friday here on the Orbital Station. setting sail. Okay, we're on board the yacht. We're setting sail. A Halloween cruise. Okay, we've got the costume contest in the ballroom, the masquerade ball, and we're cruising into the weekend. All right, it's kind of sad to see spooky month come to an end, but wow, what a way! It's going out with a bang. You know what I mean? Like going out with some Zook. That's what we're really doing here. And yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We got a really big show for you guys tonight because I still have all the usual segments. We've got the Saturday morning preview. We're going to be A-logging some cartoons in tomorrow morning's lineup, going over the latest memes for these decades-old cartoons. And then, of course, we'll be doing everybody's favorite segment of the week, the Waifu Roundup, wrangling some waifus, getting some new ones unlocked, all, of course, dressed to the nines for the masquerade ball. Okay, they're wearing some Halloween costumes, and the vast majority are courtesy of Master Krakken. Okay, this is kind of like the origin story. You know what I mean? This is where me and Krakken started out.
Is that what the Freddy Krueger glove is for? Kitty is too zooked out, so you have to handle Pontsu duty?
Yeah, I got to do all the shredding myself, you know? Kitty's he's just sat back, you know, he's dumping that whole pumpkin pail of Zook just all over his face, basically. You know, he's just sat back pigging out. So yeah, I'm on shredding duty. Okay, I'm on shredding duty, but that's okay. Because like I was saying, in the Waifu Roundup, we still have some new waifus here, dressed to the nines in some Halloween costumes, courtesy of Master Krakken, as well as Ace of Spades. 88, he's in there as well. And we got to judge all the previous entries. So all month long, we've been having waifus in Halloween costumes, dressed to the nines. And I picked some of the top ones. I couldn't go over every single one because we'd probably be here all night. In fact, as it stands right now, we might have to break this up into like a two-parter. I don't know. Maybe we should have started voting last week. I didn't realize we have a lot of waifus to go through. So, but we are going to go through at least the preliminary voting round. We'll do like elimination style.
I was working on my lasso, late one night, when my eyes beheld an lovely sight. For my waifu from her slab began to rise, and suddenly to my surprise, she did the waifu mash. It was a station smash. It caught on when she flashed. She did the waifu mash.
She did the waifu mash. Oh, okay. Why did he say lasso? Kitty. Okay, you know what? I'm starting to wonder if there's such a thing as too much Zook.
No, man, he's just zooking out. He'll be okay.
All right. I guess he'll be okay. I'm starting to wonder if there's such a thing as too. Maybe he was trying to rhyme lasso with waifu, you know, the lasso and the waifu, doing the waifu mash. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Yes, RB, those are wife fusion chambers in the background. That's why I like to use it. You know, it's kind of like a Frankenstein lab, you know, sci-fi, you know, mad scientist, but also because that's practically what all the Halloween waifus are. They practically are wife fusions, right? It's one waifu dressed as another. You might as well call it that. So that's why I like using this as a background for Halloween, because it goes right in line with the theme of all the waifus dressed up, okay? So yeah, good stuff. So we've got all the segments. We're going over the Saturday morning preview. We're going to be doing the waifu roundup. And then our special bonus segment tonight, the Halloween costume contest. So we're going to be voting on, and we're going to do elimination style. So the way I'm going to do it is I've paired them all up. So you'll be voting 2 at a time. So I'll put 2 waifus on screen, and that way you just have to pick one from the 2 on screen. That way it's not overly complicated. There's not like 4 choices. Because I think the YouTube poll, because we're going to use the poll in the chat, right? And I think the voting poll system only allows up to 4 answers unless they've updated it. I don't know. But even that, it can be like really split. And maybe it's like, well, I don't know which one to choose. So I figured the best way to make it easy and more definitive, like a clear winner without, you know, oh, this, you know, 3% for this one and, you know, whatever, is just have 2 at a time, and we'll do elimination style and then pair the winners up and do another round, right? And if it starts to run a little late tonight, because we do have a midnight movie to get to tonight in the OBTV watch party, okay? So then we can always make Spooky Month last a little bit longer. You know, I made the mistake, although I think it's going to become a meme now because everybody keeps saying it to me, is that October 32nd, you know, tomorrow is October 32nd. So yeah, we're extending Spooky Month. We're going to do some Halloween leftovers into November as it is already because there's just so much stuff on the watch party list. So if it starts to get too late and we've got more voting to do, then we can save it till next week. And you know, that just means more waifus too. Okay. That just means more waifus too. So it's not a bad thing. Might want to do it anyway, right? Yeah, Waste of Space says October 32nd. That's most definitely what's up. Hell yeah. Tim J says, well, Day of the Dead is a thing. Yeah, there's other stuff. Is Halloween on the same day in all the different countries? Because I know Canada, those Canadian Baconeers up there, they have Thanksgiving on a different day than we do. In fact, I think it's in a whole different month than we have it in, and like China has their own New Year, right? So maybe Halloween is like on a different day somewhere. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just looking for any excuse to keep Spooky Month going, really, at this point. Can you blame me? We all love these wife fusions, okay? The waifus dressed up in the Halloween costumes. Who doesn't love that? And wait till you guys see what we got tonight. Like I said, the vast majority are from Master Krakken. This is kind of our origin story. This is where Krakken and I first teamed up officially. He had submitted like one or two pieces of art here or there leading up to Halloween. This was like 3 years ago, but Halloween is where we kicked off. We made it official. I hired him on, first official artist of the Orbital Station, hired him on as a regular contributor, weekly payouts, weekly new exclusive art for the Baconeers. And man, he went all out, and that's why I used the thumbnail too.
We might just see the largest chirp out in history beginning tomorrow. Be ready.
Oh, I know. Oh man, wait till you see the moment of Zook I have for you guys tonight. I might get in some trouble. I don't know. It is on YouTube though, so we should be okay. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. This is crazy. It's madness, mass hysteria, dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. Okay. It's going to be wild. So thank you guys. All right. Well, let's give some shout outs to everybody in the chat. Cause we're zooking out a lot. We're having a whole lot of fun already, more fun than I even expect. I figured tonight would be a good time, but we're having like way more fun than I even expected already. So before we get too carried away, let me say hi to everybody in the chat. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Had a good week. This week kind of flew by. Normally when you're looking forward to something, like Christmas takes forever, right? It's like every minute just creeps by. You're waiting for Christmas. And so I figured, it's gonna feel like forever getting to Halloween. No, this week just like flew by. Here we are. So hopefully you guys had a good week. And if you didn't, well, it's over now. Can't hurt you anymore. It's time to have fun with the Baconeers on Halloween night. Okay. Eat some candy, have some Zook, and put that bacon in the sky. Send it way up high, all the way into orbit. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see who we got in here, man. Look at all of it going up there. Love to see it. We got Waste of Space, a.k.a. Cheetos, a.k.a. the #1 troll, but I think Kitty's gunning for your position there. Putting some great ghosts up in the chat right there. We got Tomatoes, Killer Tomatoes. Love that series. Love those movies. Let's go. We've got Sane Adam. Hail, brother. What's going on? Philip Fabian is here. We got Hellspawn Leviathan. Hail, brother. Lynch85. Hail to you as well. Put a little pumpkin in there with all that bacon. A jack-o'-lantern in there. I like that. We've got Richard Hooper. What's up? Chester Stevens. That's one half of the Cheddar Swiss coalition right there. We got Ron McChaos. Hail, brother. What's up? Master Godai, a.k.a. Mr. Two Scoops. What's up, buddy? Another official, the second official artist here on the Orbital Station. Hopefully you're doing well. He says, I finally got the chirp joke not too long ago, and it's hilarious. Oh, we're really going to drive it home tonight. If you stick around to the end of the show for the moment of Zook, man, drive that one home. But no, that's funny, dude. Good to see you as well. Thank you for all the incredible art that you've provided over the years. We've got T-Bone the Bard, and one half of the Bards T-Bone Walick, the Bards tag team right there. We've got Gabriel Villegas. What's going on, man? Cruising PC vet, Mr. 600 himself, putting some jack-o'-lanterns mixed up in with the bacon right there. There's a whole, it's like a pumpkin patch right there. I like it. We got Duo Maxwell. Alchemy is in here. What's up, brother? Good to see you as well. We got Noname OVA. We've got Matthew Skudzienski. What's up? Retro Ryu. Good to see you. We've got Patrick Picklap. What's going on? Praise the Zook and pass the ammo. I like that phrase. That's a good catchphrase.
Darkness falls across the land. The waifu's Halloween costume contest is close at hand. Baconeers crawl in search of waifus to terrorize you streamers.
To terrorize with our lassos. Thank you, Coco Artist, man. Appreciate that. But yeah, I like that. Praise the Zook and pass the ammo. I like that one. Prince of the Abyss says, "Yo, my children." Is that Stephen King?
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
The live stream starts to softly glow. The waifus wake to pixelated snow. And from the chat the Baconeers arise to wrangle up their tangled prize.
Oh, nice. Look at that. Christmas starts earlier every year. You know, it's usually, well, I guess this is kind of it, right? It's like the end of October. As soon as November starts, we just start doing Christmas stuff. You know, Thanksgiving, what Thanksgiving? We're just going right into Christmas season. That's at least at retail, right? But now look, it just starts earlier every year. Now we're doing Christmas carols here. But no, thank you. Thank you, Wiss. I appreciate that. And excellent lyrical super chat, too. You guys have been coming up with some really good lyrical super chats lately, and tonight is no exception. Let's see. We got Storm Shield in here. What's going on? Kyle Conklin, good to see you. Neo 007, he's got some jack-o'-lanterns and some ghosts in there with the bacon. That's some haunted bacon right there. We've got Kakarot. What's up, man? Little Retzy in the chat. Good to see you. K. Bahamut. Carlos Cal, what's up, buddy? We've got Hugh Scanlon, DJ Craze. We got Lone Wolf, and you know, Kitty, he tried howling, but all we got was an ahoo. So yeah, he's just zooking out. But good to see you, Lone Wolf. We got Taverns Pole, hail, brother, what's going on? Tim J, hail, brother, what's up? Michael Russell in the chat, good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see who else we got in here as it skips around on me. There we go. Leave me alone, please. No. What's going on? Cool Spot 89, who I think I saw earlier, said they finally have Saturdays off. Back to the Monday to Friday grind, which means you can tune in to Saturday morning cartoons. So that's good to hear. And hopefully you're doing well. We got Vixen 4327, Blazing Vulpex says, let's go. Hell yeah. Rooster 0084 with a pumpkin patch, some dancing waifus, kitty, and a cake. Cake detected. All right. We got blood work for crying in the mud, Bobby. Everybody run. It's blood work. We got Rex Rude 99. Oh, slash, brother, what's up? Book Golem is here. We got War Wicked 27. Good to see you, buddy. Reluctant.
The guests included Hannah, Zelda and her sprite. The scene was rockin', all digging the sounds. Orbital on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The Baconeers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the T-Bone Tony 5. They played the waifu mash.
It was a waifu mash.
Darkness falls across the land. November 1st is close at hand. EBT and Snap no good. We finna rob y'all neighborhood.
Holy shit, it's a real live horror movie. Holy shit. It is. Darkness is falling across the land. October 32nd. They're fitting to rob y'all neighborhood. Shit. Thank you, Bloodwork, for the 10 big Bison Bucks. You guys are killing it with these lyrical super chats, man. I'm losing it. I'm fucking losing it. This is hilarious. All right. I gotta calm down. Where do we leave off? Reluctant. All right. Calamity is in here. We got Jason Long. Hail, brother. What's going on? James D. Morris is here. Says bacon and roses time. He's got some skulls in there with the bacon as well. We got Coco Artist, one of our special guest artists that pops up from time to time. We'll be seeing some stuff from him. If we don't get to it tonight, because we got a lot to get to tonight, then tune into the Sunday gaming stream because we have some exclusive waifus over there there as well. And we'll probably see some Coco artist submissions there for sure. Hunter Batista is here. We got Make 'em Say Oy Vey. What's up, brother? Good to see you, O/, man. I bet you're enjoying these lyrical super chats. These are fucking hilarious, man. Oh, man, the moment of Zook tonight's going to be out. You guys are going to love it. I'm probably going to get shut down. Speaking of Make 'em Say Oy Vey, I'm going to get shut down by the end of the stream. So let's see who else we got. Carl Singh, what's going on, man? We got Reverb 154, Tornado, I am your father. What's up, man? I think that a couple of new faces in the chat, a couple of new faces. I like to see that. Hopefully you guys stick around. Become familiar faces, all right? We've got Isaac Nieder, what's up? Ricardo Vasquez is here. Let's see who else. Did I say Richard Hooper? I think I got Richard Hooper there. We've got Alton Jonas. Alton Jonas? Alton Jonas? I don't know. There's an unintentional running gag where I mispronounce at least one person's name every stream. You might be the lucky winner tonight, but good to see you. Good to see you. Cyric is in the chat. What's up, Cyric? Let's see who else we got here as I scroll down. My goodness. Okay. Yeah. Be sure to hit the like button if you're enjoying the Halloween madness as much as I am already. This is great, man. We're having way too much fun here. Wolfpack Gaming JD.
Excuse me, princess.
Speaking of gaming, have you checked out Dispatch? It's the classic waifu conundrum curse flash and fire versus quiet blonde blazer. Life's on invisible, mystery lasts.
I've heard of it, but I haven't checked it out yet. Like I saw it being advertised on Steam and I was like, oh, it looks kind of interesting, superhero stuff. I think it's meant to be kind of like a parody. That's really all I know. I don't know what the gameplay is like or anything. But if it's good, maybe I'll check it out. We need some more stuff for the arcade, for the arcade channel. T-Bone with a visit from the Gyat Fairy. Let's go.
You happy Halloween from T-Bone and his python. From the jungles of Aussie land. Spending Halloween with you all.
Hell yeah, Halloween down under. All right, our Aussie brother right there, T-Bone the Bard. Thank you so much, man. You're the one who started the lyrical super chat trend, and a lot of people have picked up on it, and it's been amazing, man. This is great. Wiss is in the chat, our current stream boss, and the other half of the Cheddar Swiss coalition right there. Let's see, did I miss anybody else? I'm trying to make sure. Philip Fabian says, shit. What's going on? We got Kenzo's Creations, my eternal rival in Crossfire. Things have heated up so much now that it's zoomerangs to the death while in the Crossfire arena. That's the real sport of men right there. Let's see. We've got Wolvie in the chat. We've got, well, maybe that's it. Did I get everybody? It keeps skipping around on me. Alchemy. What's going on, Alchemy? Let's see. Yeah, loving the super chats. I live in the dirty South in rural isolated community. I ain't seeing shit happen here. I dare an EBT riot to show its face here. Yeah, try that in a small town, right? But yeah, thank you guys. If I missed anybody, I do apologize. The chat's just like flying by. Put some more bacon in the chat and I'll keep an eye on it. I'll say hello to you as we go along. And of course, if you want to yell at me, that'll definitely get my attention through a super chat there. Bonus points if you do lyrical stuff.
The kaiju waifu with the jiggling yams could never pass her stealth. Each night she'd be shaken and all of the baconeers would see that she is in good health.
Yeah, well, see, that's it. Exactly. We call that pudding physics, okay? And that's a sign of good health, all right? That's a sign of good health. That's what we want. We want everybody to be healthy, okay? Thank you, Fainting and Rambling. Appreciate that. Yeah, so and there, perfect example. If you'd like to send in a super chat and help fuel up the perpetual waifu machine, those waifus, they go whack for the stack. And we can stack up those meters and unlock some waifus in the roundup there. The link is pinned in the chat right there. Thank you guys so much. We're supporting that war effort, okay? We're waging a war on woke. We are taking a stand against the uggofication of entertainment media. They're trying to shove it in our faces and we won't have it, okay? None of these mids, all right? These mid mutts, as I call them. No mid mutts.
Personally, I would check out Swords and Slippers. The cake on Snow White is not to be missed, plus they are adding Red Riding Hood, the Wolf Girl for those who are into heavy petting, and Rapunzel is coming up as well.
Booga booga booga!
Out from her boudoir, Baroness's voice did ring. Seems she was troubled by just one thing. She opened the door and shook her fist and said, "Whatever happened to my rattle-a-twist? Cobra. It's now the waifu mash."
That's right, it's now the waifu mash. It was a station smash. All right. No, mutts. I said mutts with a T. No. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. All right. Yeah, that's right. Go woke, go broke. That is a tried and true reality right here, and that's why we're waging the war on it. So thank you guys for supporting the war effort. It always keeps us with brand new, exclusive new waifu art every week from our talented artists here on the Orbital Station. Man, these guys. And what's really cool, Tavern's Bowl fueling up the thrust bus. Let's go.
If you were watching Spaced Invaders in OBTV earlier, you know what happens to illegal aliens in rural areas. I'll give you a hint. It involves lots of fucking guns.
Now say all hail the Baroness!
There once was a jungle-born seeker, named Tigra. No hero was the ice hordes drew near, she showed zero fear, and proved she was way more than just a chica.
I like how he put it in quotes. I like how Wiz put that one in quotes there. Quote chica, right? You know. No, Tavern's Bowl, when that was being read off, I was like, I got another hint what happens. Ice baby, better run. Let's go. Don't ask me why I have all of these just queued up and ready. It's like I had no idea that these super chats were going to come in where I could use all these random sound clips. They just happen to fit. Okay. Bloodwork talking about putting the lotion on its skin, and Tavern's Bowl making references to what happens to the aliens, you know? Ice baby. All right. So oh man, yeah, we're having way too much fun. Okay, we're having way too much fun on here. All right, guys, so hopefully you all are doing well, ready to get into the show. All right, we've been hot dogging and grandstanding, zooking out. Actually, Kitty's been doing enough zook for everybody, okay? But that doesn't mean we can't try, all right? We can't try. So we're going to get into the segments here, start the show proper. One last order of business, though. I do want to shout out the stream boss, Wiss, one half of the Cheddar Swiss Coalition, going solo mode, okay? Solo mode tonight with 51.42 hit points on the health bar right there. All hail Wiss. Let's go. Get some pizza rolls raining. Get that waifu swinging for you, good sir. That is a very respectable health bar right there. I appreciate the support. Big support from all the Baconeers right out the gate. Really love you guys, man. You guys are the best. All right. Thank you so much. All right, so let's get into the show because, like I said, we got a lot, okay? We got a lot. We got all the segments here, Saturday morning preview, talking about the anime Grindhouse because now that it is technically the end of spooky season, even though I want to extend it. We're going to make it October 32nd tomorrow, but we are going to kind of go back to normal on the anime Grindhouse. And then we do have a midnight watch party in OBTV. It's not something I can show on YouTube because of copyright and all that. So we're going to be watching that in the Discord server, and hopefully we'll be able to start at midnight. That's why I'm like, I better stop doing all this zooking out and hot dogging and grandstanding because, yeah, we got to make sure that we're ready to start the movie at midnight so we don't keep people up too late because we got Saturday morning cartoons tomorrow. And then, of course, we got the waifu roundup and the Halloween costume contest. So let's get started, guys. First up with the Saturday morning preview, volume 125. Volume 125, it's finally here. Reluctant, 10 big Bison Bucks, let's go. No message either, just wanted to give 10 big Bison Bucks. That's based. Thank you so much, Reluctant. Really appreciate that. Hell yeah, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Retro Ryu says, more big sister brother? Maybe. Maybe.
The coalition needs to be represented. The cheese never stands alone.
That's right. The cheese never stands alone. Not when the Cheddar Swiss Coalition holds the tag team belts. Okay, when the Cheddar Swiss Coalition holds the tag team belts, the cheese never stands alone. That's got to be like your tagline when you're cutting a promo, you know, before you throw the mic outside of the ring. You know, you guys have your entrance, you walk down to the ring, you hold up the belts, you get the mic, and you say, when the Cheddar Swiss Coalition are the champions, the cheese never stands alone. And then you throw the mic out and get ready for your opponents. That's fucking awesome. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. With the KO, by the way, I got to make sure I shout that out. The KO, K's out. All right. So Saturday Morning Preview, Volume 125. We're finally here, halfway there, living on a prayer to the next big milestone, Volume 150, which will also signify our 3-year anniversary of doing Saturday morning cartoons. So we're getting there pretty fast. I remember saying like a little, what was it? Volume 110 maybe? Oh, Cheddar Swiss with a bass dono.
Heaven or hell, the cheese will never die.
That's right, the cheese will never die, especially when it's so based. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. Hail the cheese right there. Hail the big cheese. The Cheddar Swiss Coalition. Fucking awesome. Thank you. So volume 125, man. Yeah, I'm getting pretty hyped because I feel like in the blink of an eye, we'll be there. We'll be there at 150 at the 3-year mark. It's going to be a pretty awesome milestone. That's kind of how we've been going, you know, volume 50, 100 and 150, and each one has correlated with a year-long anniversary, man. So yeah, this is great, and you guys just keep getting better and better. You know, I mean, the Baconeers have always been awesome. Like right out of the gate, we had a really good community, but as it grows, it's like we get more based. You know, like we just keep getting better. So yeah, I love the Baconeers, best community on YouTube. And it's been a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to volume 125, even though it won't be necessarily a spooky volume like we've been having all this month. Although there will be a couple of tricks and treats in there, little leftovers, okay? Little leftovers.
Nocturna and I are out with the little dragons loading up on the candy tonight. Rock on O, B, and Baconeers. Oh yeah. And wowzers.
Wowzers. Kitty always reads that with some emphasis. Can't get him to howl like a werewolf. He just does a little ahoo. Can't get him to make any of the other iconic horror movie sounds. You know, he's doing like seech, ah, and whatever that noise he made that sounded like he fell down some stairs. But he always loves to say wowzers. You know, he puts a little oomph into that one. He likes that one. But thank you, Kenzo's Creations. Don't think I didn't catch that little slide drop right there saying you got little dragons there with Nocturna going out to get the candy trick-or-treating. I caught that. But hey, stay safe, though, and have fun, all right, man? Neo Star Productions is here. What's up, buddy? Saw you in the chat right there. Good to see you. 18 Till I Die. Saw you in the chat, too. Impu T. Good to see you guys still funneling in, okay? You know, better late than never, all right? So be sure to hit that like button for me, you know, get the stream out into the algorithm so maybe we can find some more based Baconeers, all right? So yeah, volume 125, even though it's not an official Halloween edition, there are going to be some leftover tricks and treats, just a few. Most of it's going to be kind of, you know, business as usual, but you will see a couple of tricks. I mean, you can't eat all that candy in one night, okay? You can't eat all that candy in one night. It's not good for you. You know, you're going to be regretting it the next day, okay? I'll just say it like that, okay? I'll just put it like that. You're going to be regretting it the next day.
I truly enjoy hanging out with you all very much. I wish I could contribute more, but happy Halloween and Hadoken.
And Hadoken. Not as much oomph as wowzers, but at least he pronounced it correctly. So thank you for that, Retro Ryu, and I'm glad you enjoy it here, man. Like, yeah, it is. It's an awesome group. This community is the fucking best. All right, so you'll see a few leftover tricks and treats, you know, just like one or two that we couldn't get in before the end of the month, and I'm like, you know, I don't want to just leave them on the cutting room floor. So we got them in there too, but it is going to be a lot of fun. Our usual
25 volumes remaining until 150. 75 volumes remaining until the big 200. Zook.
Oh, see, okay. Got that one to read right. Zook.
We like Zook, see?
Zook, 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 zook. Ah, 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 ah. Thank you, Duo Maxwell. Ticket to ride on the Booga train right there. Ooga booga, let's go. So yeah, it's going to be kind of like business as usual when we go back to wrangling, okay? We're going back to the volumes being, well, even during Halloween, technically all month they've been stacked and packed with waifus. Who are we kidding, right?
Poutine's the bomb. Curt's the word, but I'm still team a day without cheese. Not a Gouda day at all.
Whoa! Loki Thorson is zooking out like Conan!
Hee ha 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 ho ho hey hey hee ho ha 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 hee hee ha ha ho ho ha hee ha 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 ho ho hey hey hee ho ha ha hee ha ha ho ho ha hee ha ha ho ho hey hey hee ho ha ha hee ha ha ho ho ha.
Holy shit. That was amazing. I don't know how that worked, how he didn't trip up. That was impressive, Kitty. I don't know how you didn't trip up over all those ha-ha hee ho-hos, but that was pretty good. Thank you, Loki Thorson. Massive dono right there. Zooking out like Conan.
Time to kick back and relax.
No boss battle for me tonight. I concede to the coalition, but this doesn't mean our battle is over yet.
Oh, he's pointing to the sign. Warwicked 27 is pointing to the WrestleMania sign, or maybe I should say the Waifu Mania sign, because we do have another Waifu Mania event coming up soon. So yeah, that's Warwicked 27. He's standing in the ring. He's not even saying anything, not even cutting a promo, just pointing to the Waifu Mania sign. We all know what that means. Thank you, Warwicked 27, and thank you, Loki Thorson, for that massive zooked out dono right there. And with that, you have actually become Stream Boss. So with 63.5 hit points, that's a mighty health bar right there. All hail Loki Thorson. Let's get some more pizza rolls raining. Let's get the waifu swinging once again. Thank you, Loki Thorson, our new Stream Boss. And we might have a new contender. A new contender for the champion, okay? Cheddar Swiss Coalition. Guys better watch out, all right? And Warwicked 27 pointing to the WrestleMania, or Waifu Mania sign, rather. Yeah, things are heating up, okay? Things are heating up. It's going to get crazy. So, yeah, we're going back, like I was saying, pretty much every volume throughout October was still stacked and packed with waifus, you know, wall to wall. Whis with another visit from the Gyat Fairy. Let's go!
Yeah, after last week, I need to take a breather and sip some coconut water. All hail Loki Thorson and the T-Bone Tag Team.
Thank you, Wiz. I appreciate it. Man, hey, you've still been incredibly generous tonight, so I appreciate it, man. That's taking a breather. Wow. It's like, wow, still very impressive. Thank you so much. So, yeah, you know, but we didn't have as much wrangling and tangling. You know, it was mostly, you know, like the monsters, the costume waifus, stuff like that. So now we're back to business as usual with a whole lot of wrangling and tangling. And we're going to start off right with a waifu that I think we've missed. We haven't seen her in well over a month. You know, none of her episodes really fit the criteria for Spooky Month. So we went all month without Jana of the Jungle. We need to go back, okay? We need to go back to the jungle and get our waifu here. She's howling like a werewolf. We always have fun every time with these episodes too, man. They're crazy. Speaking of Zook, okay? Speaking of Zook, these episodes, every single one is like really fucking wild. All right? We have a lot of fun. So yeah, we got to get back to the jungle and see how our Jana of the Jungle is doing.
This is the place. Time to kick back and relax.
Wow, wow, wowzers, wow, wow, wowzers, wowzers, bow, wow.
See, Kitty likes that one. He puts all sorts of emotion into the wow and the wowzers. I guess that's his favorite catchphrase. Everything else is just deadpan. You know, even when you try to put it in all caps or spell it out for him, he's just like, ahu. You know, he just but wow, wowzers. He loves that. Yeah, he loves that. Kitty he's the #1 troll. I don't know, Cheetos. Waste his face. I think the #1 troll spot. You better You better watch out. Kitty's coming for it, man. He's trying to take over. But thank you, though. Thank you for another elongated E. We do love those. We do love those elongated E's from Shantae. Fucking adorable. All right. So yeah, we're going to Jana of the Jungle. That's how we're going to start off tomorrow morning. Okay, getting right back into the swing of things. Okay, with our jungle waifu swinging around. But I don't know how much swinging she'll be able to do because she's getting wrangled. All right. Oh, she tried swinging. She tried swinging from a vine, but she got wrangled up. Not just wrangled, but also dangled. Okay, wrangled and dangled. All right, so it's like kind of like a waifu pinata. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, this is why we need to get back and check in on her, okay? Because this whole month, no appearance from Jana the Jungle, and lo and behold, now she's getting wrangled and dangled.
Ich bin Jana who ooh.
Okay, that was pretty good. I think we're figuring you out, Kitty. I think we're cracking the code over here. We're figuring out how to get you to, put a little more oomph in these sounds. Thank you, Painting and Rambling. Yes, Ich bin Jana. That's right. Ich bin Jana. She's wrangled and dangled. And this particular episode, this is why I was like, okay, we need to, right back. I know we have a couple of Halloween leftovers. It might be October 32nd, but we got to get right back to it because I'm looking through the episode and I go, oh no, she's been neglected, and to the point that she's been Yamcha'd. Okay, she's been Yamcha'd. I didn't even Photoshop this. This is a real frame from the show. They did it before Dragon Ball. We're talking like decades before Dragon Ball Z did the Yamcha meme. Jana actually did the Yamcha meme. Okay, she's been Yamcha'd. So that's not even the proper term. Yamcha has been Jana'd. Okay, Yamcha was Jana'd. All right. So because this is from like the 70s. So yeah, this is an actual frame from the show too. So yeah, who hurt our waifu? They're gonna pay. We can't let this stand, okay? That's why we got to get back, all right? We got to get back to the regular swing of things and protect our jungle waifu here. Because, yeah, she's been Yamcha'd, or maybe Yamcha's been Jana'd, because she did it first. Oh, my goodness, yeah, but it's going to be crazy. So this is how we're starting off the morning with Jana of the Jungle. Then we're going to, right at the tail end of the 70s, before we get to the 80s goodness, another show that we've been kind of neglecting for a while. Again, not necessarily a bad thing. We enjoy our Halloween stuff, but looking back, I'm like, hey, I got to put this back in the lineup. And I think you guys are really going to like this one, even if you haven't necessarily enjoyed every single episode, because we've watched a few already. And even if you haven't enjoyed them, I think you'll like this one. And here's why. First off, the show is Jason of Star Command. Now, we already know about this waifu. She's like a main character, okay? She's like a main character. She's in practically every episode, and really kind of reason enough to enjoy it as is, right? That 70s spandex spacesuit, good stuff, right? Already. But she looks a little agitated there, right? She looks a little agitated, almost like maybe she's, gritting her teeth behind those pursed lips and, thinking, I'm going to chow down some Frosted Flakes. T-Bone with another visit from the Gyat Fairy.
Jana of the Jungle makes T-Bone Python wow-ozers.
Wow-ozers. Thank you, T-Bone Tony. Appreciate that, man. Hell yeah. But yeah, I think that she's thinking to herself, I'm going to chow down on a bowl of Frosted Flakes. Well, who could be causing... this is a pretty lovely waifu, guys, all right? So who could be making her want to chow down on Frosted Flakes? Well, we've seen how there's some pretty surprising cast members. You've got Scotty from the original Star Trek. You've got Sid Haig in here, all-time horror legend, janky sci-fi movies. He's just in a whole bunch of stuff.
Dragos? Is it Dragos?
Yeah, Dragos. Dragos Kitty is on the Zook, but yeah, Dragos. Exactly, and that's who Sid Haig plays. And so we see some pretty interesting cast members here, right? Well, this week we get Julie Newmar, aka Catwoman from the Adam West Batman. You guys, now most people probably, if they think of Catwoman from Adam West, they're thinking Eartha Kitt, but my personal favorite was Julie Newmar, okay? I feel like hands down, she was the best Catwoman, live action Catwoman, not just of Adam West, but ever, okay? Because, Anne Hathaway, what's her name that was in the newer one? I didn't even see it, the one with Robert Pattinson. Hell no. And we don't even talk about Halle Berry's Catwoman, okay? Michelle Pfeiffer, close second. But Julie Newmar just had that class, you know what I mean? So yeah, we've got Adam West Batman's Catwoman, Julie Newmar here playing a incredibly janky costume. She's Queen Vanessa, okay? So she's a space queen with a really janky outfit. You gotta love it. And in space, at least in the 70s, spandex was all the rage, okay? Spandex was all the rage. So yeah, Julie Newmar is the guest star here in this episode of Jason of Star Command, and that's what's causing the Frosty-Flakes to start flowing, okay? They're gonna be chowing down, big bowl, one of those big salad bowls, giant mixing bowl of Frosty-Flakes. And not only that, but she can detect, okay? She sees the look. Look at the look on her face. She's like, I see you. It's like this, they are looking at each other in this, like kind of a reverse shot, right? So this is like the scene. And she's glaring back, and she knows. She's a little bit older, so she's like, hey, I've been around the block. I know when a waifu's ready to chow down on some Frosted Flakes. We're going to have to put you in the wife cage. Into the wife cage you go. We can't have you running wild, going crazy on the Frosted Flakes there. Once you chow down on those, you start going crazy. You start getting all hyped up. Can't have that. Into the wife cage you go.
In space, no one can hear her scream.
That's right. Yeah. She can chow down all the Frosted Flakes she wants. They're out in space. No one's going to know. She's in the wife cage. No one's going to know. So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty wild episode. There's also a midget. I didn't get a screenshot of it, but I'm just letting you know. There's also a midget. So, yeah, like this just has it all. Okay? This is like peak Jason of Star Command. So yeah, it's like I said, maybe not every episode prior to this one has been for you. Maybe it's a little too janky, but I think there's a little something for everyone, and I'm not just talking about the midget. All right, so there's a little something for everybody in this one. It's got the zook, it's got the jank, the Frosted Flakes are flowing, the waifu's elbows are gonna be throwing. Okay, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be good. It is really cheesy too. I mean, that kind of goes without saying, right? That kind of goes without saying. But this one has like extra layers of cheese. Because some of the previous, if you guys remember that one episode with it was like a claymation monster, almost like we have Ray Harryhausen at home.
This is the chief. Right, got it.
I'll let Kitty have this one. He's on the Zook. See. All hail to all the Baconeers and October 32. Hi fucking yeah.
Hi fucking yeah. Thank you, Cheetos. Well, that's, he's putting a call into the chief to say, you know what, just for tonight, because he's in a good Halloween spirit. Just for tonight, he's calling the chief. The pudding's physics are going crazy, and he says Kitty can have the Zook title, the #1 troll title, just for tonight.
Hi fucking yeah!
Thank you so much, Cheetos. Really appreciate that. Hell yeah. So, yeah, if you guys remember that one episode with the claymation monster, it was like we have Ray Harryhausen at home. It was like Timu Sinbad movie special effects. But it was still pretty impressive. It was still pretty cool. It was very clearly a big claymation, stop motion monster, whatever you want to call it. But it still looked pretty cool. This one, though, I think the budget all went to Julie Newmar's paycheck because everything else is pretty jank.
This is the chief. Right, got it.
It was so nice, we had to see them twice.
Thank you, Chester Stevens. The other half of the Cheddar Swiss Coalition, the cheese never stands alone. Especially when you call into the chief.
Speaking of little people, have you seen Forbidden Zone? Richard Elfman, Oingo Boingo, movie with tattoo, Hervé V and Wevy?
I don't think so. I've been seeing a lot of quote unquote forbidden movies. I mean, I remember Forbidden Planet. That one is from like the 50s or something, and it's old school, and it's one of my favorites. I love it. Like the sound that the invisible monster makes. It's all like Moog synthesizer or something. I don't even know. It probably predates the Moog. I don't know. But it's like, got these like weird sound effects. And I don't know. It's just a fun movie, especially for how old it is. And then there's Forbidden World by Roger Corman. And that one, whoa, buddy. That's one of the most Roger Cormanist movies that's ever Roger Cormaned. So yeah, it's crazy. But I don't know if I've seen Forbidden Zone though. So we'll just have to add that to the forbidden list. But thank you, Wiss. There's the other half of the Cheddar Swiss Coalition. I mean, say they're taking the. I think they're guarding those tag team belts pretty well. Actually, I think they are. But yes, thank you guys so much for the big support. You guys are fucking awesome. But yeah, so I think the budget on this episode went to Julie Newmar's paycheck. She's like, do you know who I am? I was Catwoman in Adam West Batman. So no money left for janky claymation monsters or even really good costumes. I mean, you saw hers, right? I don't know that they had much even for her costume, but wait till you see some of the others, because there is a creature, but it's pretty bad. So yeah, this is going to have a little something for everybody.
This is the chief. Right, got it.
If honeybees make honey, what kind of bees make milk?
Well, I think you're looking at them right there, okay? I think you're looking at them right there. Thank you, Wiz. Oh, and with that, he's taking back Stream Boss. See, I knew it. They're guarding those tag team titles, man. Not going to let him go that easily. So much, Wiz. Now with 78.92, basically 79 hit points right there on the health bar. That's a very mighty health bar indeed. Let's hail the Stream Boss, the returning Stream Boss. Let's get some more pizza rolls raining. And for a third time, get that waifu swinging. There she goes. Let's go. All right, so we've got Jana of the Jungle. We've got Jason of Star Command. And then we finally get into the 80s. We'll be doing 80s and 90s for the duration of the lineup. And of course, if you saw the thumbnail, the premiere is already set up, then we've got Catra, which means She-Ra.
Ding dong. Trick or treat. Smell defeat. Gimme something sweet to eat.
Oh, whoa, look at Loki Thorson cutting a promo on him. A Halloween promo. Oh, he's like, smell defeat. Give me something good to eat, like the championship belt. But he hasn't quite reclaimed Stream Boss yet. Just a sliver. You guys know what that means. A sliver away. It's barely there. Oh, buddy, we do have a battle on our hands. Thank you, Loki Thorson. So, yeah, if you saw Catra in the thumbnail, that means She-Ra. But something that you might not have assumed when you're like, okay, She-Ra, but...
Booga, booga, booga!
Julie Newmar was also in an episode of the Jank Monster Squad sitcom.
Nice! That's good to know that she made the rounds, She was on a bunch of different TV shows. I only ever remember her as Catwoman. Like, I'm not too familiar with her... filmography, as it were, right? Like, I don't know all the different films, TV, whatever that she's been in. Just Adam West Batman as Catwoman. So good to know that she showed up on really cheesy ass shows. Good to know that Batman, the 60s Batman, wasn't the only cheesy ass show that she showed up on. That she was also on Jason Star Command and the Monster Squad sitcom. That's great. What a career. No, I love her though, man. She's great. So yeah. So when you see Katra, we're gonna get She-Ra. You can also see we've got Scorpia here, but something that you might not expect to go hand in hand with a She-Ra episode, something as a little special bonus, is an appearance from Skeletor. That's right. Skeletor shows up in this episode to call She-Ra a woman. And I'm not even joking. That's like the first time he sees her in the episode. He's just, well, here, I'll play the clip.
Skeletor!
She-Ra!
I don't know what you're up to, but you're not welcome on Etheria.
This is between me and Hordak, woman.
Like, literally the first time seeing her in this episode. I mean, it's not like the first time ever. That was like the 5-part premiere or whatever. But he gets over to Etheria here in this episode. She-Ra shows up and he's just like, "What do you want, woman?" He's so fucking based. But wait, he's not even done yet. Hold on. You thought he's already based, but he's going to take it to the next level here.
This is between me and Hordak, woman.
Sorry, Bone Brain, I don't like Hordak, but I wouldn't leave a slime crawler to your brand of mercy.
Just like a woman. Always meddling.
Listen here, She-Ra. I've got a riddle for you. Why are women always meddling? Oh, damn. Just like a woman, always meddling. Holy shit, Skeletor is so fucking based.
Etheria.
This is between me and Hordak, woman.
Sorry, Bone Brain, I don't like Hordak, but I wouldn't leave a slime crawler to your brand of mercy.
Just like a woman. Always meddling.
Oh, and he's still not done. He's still not done being based. Because from there, he's like, all right, so I called her woman, told her she's always meddling, just like a woman. What else? What else can we? Oh, that's right. Skeletor had to remember, I'm on the Orbital station for this lineup. We got a Wrangler. If I'm going to make a special guest appearance here on the She-Ra show, I got to wrangle and tangle her. Let's go.
A perfect time to use my shadow coils.
Oh! She-Ra!
The horse's voice will never not be funny. It sounds like he smokes 3 packs a day. I don't know why they decided to give him this voice, but it's amazing.
She-Ra!
She-Ra! He's like out of breath. He's trying to get to her before she gets captured, and he just runs out of breath.
Has Skeletor ever said, "I've got a bone to pick with you"?
Probably. Or if not him, then one of the other hero characters has said it to him, like He-Man or She-Ra is probably like, "Skeletor, I have a bone to pick with you," I'm sure they've used that line. But thank you though for that visit from the Gyat Fairy there. And yeah, so this is why she's getting, or one of the reasons anyway. One of the reasons is it's a joint effort. You've got Shadow Weaver there helping wrangle She-Ra, but also it doesn't help that Swifty here smokes 3 packs a day and he's running out of breath. He can't get down to her fast enough. He's just, "She-Ra, I'm on my way." Yeah, he's a heavy fucking smoker, dude. Heavy smoker.
She-Ra!
Must get free.
You should have run when I gave you the chance.
Wrangled. Oh, see, I thought at first the credit was going to go to Shadow Weaver, but then She-Ra, who is also known as the master of unwrangling, I'm like, oh, she's probably about to break free. But then no, Skeletor comes in with the finisher. Finishing move right there. Just uses it didn't even take that much. Shadow Weaver's having to cast this big spell. And then Skeletor with just a little poot gas from his hand there gets her wrangled and tangled there. So yeah, Skeletor going extra based, okay? Calls her a woman, says she's meddling, and then gets her wrangled and tangled. So yeah, Skeletor making a big splash here on this episode of She-Ra. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You guys know we love this. I'm so glad that they made like 90-something episodes of this show. Sometimes when I see the episode list of certain shows, I'm just like, holy shit, you know, because I'm reading through the descriptions to pick one, because I can't remember every single one. So I'm reading through the descriptions to go, okay, which one's going to be good? And when I see that there's like 60-something episodes or 90-something, I'm like, oh my goodness. But in this case, I'm so glad because I can't get enough.
Skeletor would say that if She-Ra enjoys meddling in Skeletor and Hordikins' affairs, she ought to join those meddling kids and their talking dog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, She-Ra Scooby-Doo team up when the meddling would be out of control. And yeah, Hordikins would hate it. Hordikins would not be having a good time, especially, you know, because those hippie kids with Scooby-Doo, they're going to bring their flowers. And we know Hordikins hates the flowers. And they're hippies. Oh, buddy, that's a recipe for disaster. So yeah, when's that going to happen? That way, yeah, it kind of would be awesome though, right? Ron McChaos? He's like, that would be kind of awesome though. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, I'm glad there's so many episodes of this show. I can't get enough. We've said it before. It's kind of like one of the many taglines that we have here on the Orbital Station, that He-Man is for boys, but She-Ra is for men. All right, we appreciate it. It's a whole new ball game. You know what I mean? The Baconeers. When you're a little bacon bit, you know, when you're just a young bacon bit, yeah, you watch He-Man. You know, you get the action figures and all that. But when you're a Baconeer, you appreciate the wrangling of the waifu here. And in this episode, I think there's like at least 2, if not 3, of those high kicks. You know how She-Ra, she kicks high. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? She kicks high.
Pardon me. Pontsu.
And they use that animation at least twice in this episode. So yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll have a couple of shows from the 80s. I'm not going to unveil them all. We'll leave a few surprises in there. Whoa, buddy.
Scanners on. Magnificent. Look at the size of that thing.
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Loki Thorson coming in, quoting the Joker from the Michael Keaton Batman. Look at the size of that dono. Thank you so much, Loki Thorson. That's no moon. Or is it? And with that, Loki has actually reclaimed Stream Boss. He has reclaimed Stream Boss once again. We truly do have a battle going on here. So let's hail Loki Thorson. Pizza rolls raining. Let's get the waifu swinging 2 times. 2 times. Look, Kitty's even woken up. He's broken free of his Zook stupor. Okay, he was mesmerized and he snapped out of it just so he could join in the wrangling and dangling and swangling, I guess, of that waifu. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. Massive support from the Baconeers tonight. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'll leave 1 or 2. I think there's at least one other 80s show. We'll leave that as a surprise for tomorrow. Oh, and then reverb.
Magnificent. Look at the size of that thing.
I would happily dance in the light of that moon.
Yeah, that's lighting up the entire night sky right there. I love how Nico even looks over at it, you know, like the alien guys, magnificent. Look at the size of that. But then even Nico's like, whoa, she does like a snap take, right? Her neck just snaps over to look like, whoa. Love that. Yeah, it's lighting up the whole sky at night. Thank you so much, Reverb 154. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it's quite impressive, right, Retro Ryu? It is quite impressive. Okay, everybody can appreciate that. All right, so let's see what we've got. A couple of 90s shows in the mix here. Let's see what we've got. We're going to be taking a trip back with the Biker Mice from Mars. This is another one that we haven't seen in a while, and another favorite. We've been missing Charlie Girl. See, like, we saw a little bit of She-Ra during October. Okay, so, that wasn't... But we missed Jen of the Jungle, and we most certainly missed Charlie Girl, man. We need Charlie Girl. and her love of big cannons. You can see that's her favorite one right there. Kind of looks like the Super Scope. You guys remember that? The Super Nintendo light gun. It was kind of like a bazooka. So she's got her Super Scope right there because, you know, waifus love cannons, okay? And Charlie, she's no exception. She loves big cannons. She likes the big cannons, right? Well, unfortunately, there's a little bit of a running gag here that the one biker mouse that seems to really be sweet on Charlie. I mean, they're all like really nice to her. They look out for her, but you know Vinny, okay? You know Vinny. He really likes Charlie. But according to a previous meme, I'm sure you guys remember the one, Dinky, there you go. He may not have the biggest cannon. So, I mean, Charlie saw the picture. She said, look how dinky it is. She left him felted. Oh, it was brutal. And here again, we find out that this is like, I just thought I was making a meme out of it, right? I just thought, oh, okay, we're just going to take this out of context. But apparently, this is like a running gag even in the show. It's not just here. All right. So Vinny's getting felted again.
Yes! Oh, it's finally here! Something to jazz up these modest walls. Yeah.
Why am I not surprised?
All I had to do was send in one of my wallet-sized pictures to this.
So notice he brings up the wallet-sized pictures. Already it's like, oh, buddy, are you sure you want to remind Charlie girl of the pictures in your... That's how this whole thing started, okay? That's how this whole thing started, was the pictures in your wallet. Are you sure you want to bring those up again?
Place advertising on the Late Show, and voila!
Voila. Sounds more like arrivederci to have 53 bucks charged to my garage.
Oops, so well. You just can't put a price tag on great art now, can you, sweetheart?
Who can argue with logic like that? It's not too small, is it, Vin?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Look at the look on her face. The look on her face. It's not like just a passing quote or anything. She's giving him that devious grin, that little side. Not too small, is it there, bud? You know, it wouldn't happen to be dinky, would it there, buddy? Oh, brutal, man. Charlie just felting him. Vinny, he's so excited. He's got this poster of himself. He's a fucking egomaniac. And Charlie's just got to leave him felted. Oh, buddy. Well, he did bring up, it kind of serves him right. He brought up the wallet pictures. He also apparently charged it to her credit card. But yeah, that's cold. Ice cold.
Voila. Sounds more like arrivederci to have 53 bucks charged to my garage.
Oops, so well. You just can't put a price tag on great art now, can you, sweetheart?
Who can argue with logic like that? It's not too small, is it, Vin?
Oh, dude, the way she says it too. Like, there's no doubt about it. She's brutalizing him. She murdered him. That's right, cool spot. She murdered him. Oh, buddy, it's over.
Vinny is a grower, not a shower.
Bloodwork with a stealth check there has faith. Bloodwork has faith in our boy Vinny. Don't worry, buddy. You're not too dinky. I like how Bloodwork has faith in our boy Vinny. But no, I don't know, man. There might not be any coming back from this one, okay? She murdered him. It's over. Holy shit. The way she says it, not too small, is it there, Vinny? Is that grin, that look?
It's not too small, is it, Vin?
Oh, fuck. Even the music in the background is like, like, do you hear the little, it's like a little bell, little bell in the background.
That, it's not too small, is it, Vin?
Even the soundtrack is murdering him. Oh, it's overkill. Fatality. Yeah, a little dinky bell. You know, a little Even the music is mocking him. Holy shit. It's so great, man. I love this show. It's so good to finally be back with Biker Mice from Mars, man. We haven't seen, it feels like it's been a while since we've seen this one. So it's good to be back. Oh, man. Hilarious. Poor Vinny, though. Yeah, poor bastard. That poor bastard Vinny there. Even the music is mocking him. Whoa, buddy. But it's a fun episode, though. I don't think we've played this one on any Saturday morning lineup. I mean, speaking of shows that have a bunch of episodes, Biker Mice is no exception. It's got something like 60 episodes in it, full series as well. But we played a lot. We have actually played a lot. With 125 volumes, we could have very easily gone through the entire series if every other Saturday I was putting Biker Mice in the lineup. I have put it in there pretty frequently, so we've used a lot. But I don't think we've watched this particular episode. And even though it's no longer going to be Halloween tomorrow morning, I'm calling it October 32nd, okay? I'm calling it October 32nd. We're going to have a couple of leftovers here. And I don't think we've seen Charlie get dressed up yet. In fact, you guys have been so generous tonight, I'm pretty sure we are going to get that pinup unlocked tonight where we finally will see Charlie dressed up. But in the show, since we didn't watch an episode during Halloween, let's see if we get a little, little costume action, a little bit of an outfit. Since we're going prehistoric, cave woman Charlie, I guess. I don't know. She's covered in some prehistoric goo there. She's got the bone in the hair and something what were the Flintstones? It was like Pebbles and Bam Bam or something. Didn't one of them have hair like this? Didn't one of them have, I think it was Pebbles had hair like this. Yeah, I got the bone in the hair, some prehistoric sludge right there. Yeah. The Bone Age. It's Bone Age, Charlie Girl, okay? Yeah, the Pebbles hairstyle. Bone Age, Charlie Girl. So, we actually get a little bit of time traveling in this episode, and they're going prehistoric, which it's funny because, I like dinosaurs. A lot of people do. There's plenty of shows about them, right? Extreme dinosaurs, Cadillacs and dinosaurs. You got the Dinobots from Transformers. We love, dinosaurs, rather. Are really popular, so I'm kind of surprised I barely remember this episode, but it is a good one. And Charlie, as much as she was giving Vinny a hard time there, felting him, okay, he's just felted off of that brutal put down. Even the soundtrack with the little dinky bell there was brutalizing him. She does have a bit of a moment of self-awareness. I don't know if this classifies as J-Law, because it's not really a typical, normally when we say J-Law, just like a woman, it's like a typical thing that a waifu does, right? Well, having this moment of self-awareness, accountability, as it were, is not really that typical amongst waifus, if you know what I'm saying. So I don't know if this is really a J-Law moment, but she does. She has a moment here, okay, as she's hanging out with this Brontosaurus. All right, she is being very, very girly in this moment. Charlie's kind of more of, is anybody in agreement that she's more of a tomboy kind of waifu? I mean, she's like a mechanic. She always wants to join in on the action, help out in the fight and stuff like that. Kind of a tomboy waifu, still definitely a woman. She doesn't think she's a man. She has a lot of feminine elements, especially when they do dress up and go out. If you guys remember the Shakespeare episode, she wears a very nice dress, and the fact that she likes Shakespeare and books and stuff, some girly elements. But every now and then she has very girly moments. And this one, as much as it's not really a trope, this self-awareness here, but it is just, the clip kind of speaks for itself. She's just doing a whole bunch of posing, okay? I think that's the best way to describe it. She's doing a whole bunch of posing. If you can't tell just by this screenshot right here, the first frame of this clip is already a pose, and she proceeds to try to do as many poses as she can in rapid succession. The rogue pose might be in here somewhere, I don't know. It's not even that long of a clip, so blink and you'll miss it, chat, all right? So peel those eyeballs, all right? Peel those eyes. And make sure you don't miss. She goes through every pose she possibly can, or at least the ones that she can think of, in rapid fire succession. Here we go.
I mean, it's not like men are any smarter than us, but it's inherent in our natures to let them think they are. Maybe we're to blame. I mean, in some ways, we actually nurture the
Speaking of Cadillacs and dinosaurs, I just ordered Xenozoic, the comic series that the cartoon is based on.
Nice. Reverb 154. Yes, I'm very familiar with Xenozoic Tales, and that is where Cadillacs and dinosaurs came from. And they originally it was in black and white, so I don't know if that's the one you got or if you got the colorized version, because they did do like a re-release where they went back and they colored the old black and white comics and then added in some of the Cadillacs and dinosaurs comics that they made to go with the video game and the cartoon. I believe the video game actually came first before the cartoon, but for just a brief moment, very brief moment in time there, they were really trying to market that show. And they had the game. It was like a beat 'em up, one of my favorite types of games, and it was made by Capcom too, so it was really good. You had the toy line based on the cartoon, and then of course they were trying to relaunch or reboot the comics, and they switched the name to Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. And most of those comics are kind of, it's not just a reboot in the sense that they were trying to, you know, get it going again, but they went back and took some of the stories, because Xenozoic Tales was very much like anthology. You know, there were some overarching storylines, but a lot of it was like standalone, didn't really, some of them didn't have like a true end or whatever. And so in the Cadillacs and Dinosaurs comics, they went back and tried to flesh out some of the stories a little bit more, you know, colored them. So I wonder which one you got. Did you get the one where it's like all just the original black and white Xenozoic Tales, or did you get the Cadillacs and Dinosaurs version where they colorized Xenozoic and included some new stuff? That's pretty good. Can we see the game sometime? Yeah, definitely. I do have it. Well, an emulation of it, because it was an arcade game. I don't know that it ever got a home release. I don't think it did. But I do have an emulation of it. So yeah, we can, you guys know I love beat 'em ups. Second favorite to Metroidvania games. So yes, I will happily play through that one. But let's check out this Charlie clip one more time. I mean, is anybody going to complain if we play this Charlie clip one more time? I mean, like I said, blink and you miss it. You got to catch all the poses she does. But try not to get too distracted. I know it's very distracting, but try not to get too distracted, and also pay attention to what she says. Just this brief, just like almost as quick as the poses go by, split-second moment of clarity, you know, of accountability.
I mean, it's not like men are any smarter than us, but it's inherent in our natures to let them think they are. Maybe we're to blame. I mean, in some ways, we actually nurture their adolescent behaviors.
Oh, really, Charlie girl? She, you know, she's trying to, you know, it starts as a J-Law. It really does start as a J-Law moment, because she's like, you know, men think they're smarter than us, but we just let them do that. So I was getting ready. I had the Skeletor clip ready. Okay. I'm like, all right, I got the editor open here. Here's the Skeletor clip. I'm about to cut it right there and put the nya. You know, I was ready for the nya from Skeletor. But then she goes, well, maybe it's our fault. Maybe we encourage this behavior as she's rolling into hay. I mean, it's not hay, it's a fucking brontosaurus, but it might as well roll into hay. She's just lounging and posing and doing all that. It's like, okay, yeah, I think you know exactly. Maybe you do, Charlie girl. Okay, maybe you wascally waifus do encourage some of our behavior there, buddy. All right, maybe it is. One more time. I don't think anybody will mind.
I mean, it's not like men are any smarter than us, but it's inherent in our natures to let them think they are. Maybe we're to blame. I mean, in some ways, we actually nurture their adolescent behaviors.
Yeah, in some ways, what could that be? What could that be as you're like stretching and rolling and doing all this stuff on the back of a dinosaur? You're just these innocent, delicate little flowers, you know, these innocent creatures, these delicate little flowers. What could you possibly do to encourage our adolescent behavior there, Charlie girl? Gee, I wonder. So yeah, not really a full-blown J-Law moment, because she had just the briefest, ever so fleeting moment of accountability there. But yes, Rod McChaos, Charlie does have great genes, though. Those are some nice genes that she's got there. So yeah, we got to preserve those genes, okay? We got to preserve those genes. We want more Charlie girls running around the world, all right? So yeah, we got Biker Mice from Mars. It's going to be a fun episode. Looking forward to it. And then last but certainly not least, one last stop off in the 90s to cap off. There'll be, like I said, a couple of surprises. I'm not going to mention all the shows from the 80s or all the shows from the 90s. You'll have a couple surprises tomorrow morning. But we do need, once again, another show that we haven't visited in a while, and we need back our Waifu Wars, Anaconda and Princess Rosalind. They, speaking of those stream boss battles, you know, the tag team Cheddar Swiss Coalition, Loki Thorson's in there, War Wicked 27, T-Bone, Daryl Waylick, you know, we have all these like epic stream boss battles, right? Well, the Waifu Wars aren't over either. Okay, far from it. Far from it. So yeah, it's time for another episode of Zaiba 9. You got to say it like Tim Curry. That's a law. It's actually against the law to pronounce the name of that show in any other way other than the way that Tim Curry would say it. So yeah, we're going to get another episode of Zaiba 9 with Anaconda and Princess Rosalind, the Waifu Wars raging on. You know, they can't be in the same room for more than 10 seconds without starting to go at each other's throats. And this clip is a perfect example because the clip is only 15 seconds. And the dialogue, the going at each other's throats, as it were, starts, of course, before the end of it. So literally cannot be in the same room because it starts with Rosalind walking into the room, okay? So here you go. You can see the first frame, the opening frame. She's walking into the room. The clip is only 15 seconds. They can't go 10 seconds without just Waifu Mania running wild. SM Dub, SM Dub, SM Dub. I'm on Team Anaconda, though. I don't know about you guys. I'm on Team Jungle Girl, okay? Just like Jana the Jungle. Give me that redhead supremacy, all right?
Jack.
Princess, welcome back to the vault. All it lacks is your grace and beauty.
My stomach is about to lack my dinner.
She's like, it's gonna make me puke. He's complimenting that stinky waifu, you know, the waifu that wears the stinky water. Gonna make me puke.
Nice to see you too, Jungle Girl. Bathed recently?
I love how the random waifu, like the bodyguard waifu, she's just over here like, yeah, fight, fight, fight. She's just enjoying the show. She's like, at least they're not, going after me. Okay, at least they're not going after me. Well, don't worry. Don't worry, other waifu, because the attention will soon fall upon you too, but not from the source that you might think. It's not going to be Princess Rosalind or Anaconda that turn their sights on you. You might be enjoying being a spectator of the Waifu Wars right now. But lo and behold, there is a baconeer. There is a certified baconeer on this show, and he's coming to get ya. All right, he's coming to get ya. So let's check this out.
Miss Thorpe has a whole web of spies, even some in my father's army.
I knew there was more to you than meets the eye. And I bet there's even more.
Could you be any more vulgar?
Well, yes, actually.
The music's like it's all suspenseful. He's looking back like, well, actually, now that you ask, I could be more vulgar. You know, how nice of you to ask. Da-da-da-da. Like, oh shit, he's one of us. Certified baconeer. I love that. There's more than you that meets the eye. You know, a lot more.
Miss Thorpe has a whole web of spies, even some in my father's army.
I knew there was more to you than meets the eye. And I bet there's even more.
Could you be any more vulgar?
Well, yes, actually.
The fucking music. It's just like when Vinny was getting felted and the soundtrack put in the little dinky bell. The soundtrack knows this guy is a bacon. He's like, well, yes, actually. It's like, oh shit, what's about to happen? Yeah, certified baconeer right here. I love that, you know? Yeah, this is more vulgar. This isn't even my final form. Okay, clearly you've never met a baconeer. This isn't even my final form. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. So, yeah, man, it's going to be good times. We've got a lot of fun stuff for you tomorrow morning. Like I said, a couple of leftover tricks and treats. You'll see some stuff in there with the surprises. You know, one of the shows that I didn't mention tonight definitely fits that bill. And then we've got some more Shadow Weaver and Skeletor making a guest appearance in She-Ra. We've got Julie Newmar, Catwoman from the Adam West Batman and Jason of Star Command, Jana of the Jungle. We got Charlie Girl, also of the Jungle in that one particular episode. And then another jungle waifu. I didn't even realize I had the trifecta. 3 jungle waifus. We got Jana, Charlie Girl in that particular episode is in the jungle. And then we've got Anaconda, our other jungle waifu. It's kind of like a sci-fi jungle waifu. So yeah, a lot of waifus swanging, okay? A lot of waifus swanging. Yeah, Retro Ryu says that's just level 1. That would have been awesome if he said that. I mean, it was still a pretty good response. Like, well, yeah, what do you mean? Of course I can, you know, it's still a pretty good response. But that would have, yeah, this is just level 1. I haven't even begun to hit the gas yet, okay? My foot's just resting on the pedal. I haven't even pressed the gas. So, yeah, that... It's actually the whole episode. You guys know, if you're familiar with Zaiba 9, then you know that anytime Anna and Princess Rosalind, like we just saw in that clip, they are just going at each other's throats back and forth. And we've seen entire episodes. Like I actually took a percentage where it was something like 25% of the episode was just them like being snarky at each other, right? But Anna and Rosalind don't spend that much time in each other's presence in this particular episode. So you'll get a little bit of snark like we saw, but it's not going to take over the whole episode. However, that was just one clip of many of the baconeer. Okay, I didn't want to spoil the whole thing, but it's like that previous episode where 25% snark between Anna and Rosalind. This one is 25% baconeer trying to wrangle this waifu. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Yes, she's like a main character.
3 jungle waifus. T-Bone Python going booga 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 woonka 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 zook zook zook.
Making Kitty zook out again, going ooga booga wooga. Thank you, T-Bone. I'm baconeer from down under. Thank you, T-Bone. Appreciate that, man. But yes, Isaac says, please tell me this bodyguard character makes multiple appearances. Yes, she is a main character. She shows up fairly early and just has some cameo appearances. I believe her first appearance is around like episode 5 or 6. And she's kind of just like cameos here and there. But towards the second half, or in the second half of the season series, I think it just got 1 season, she becomes like a major character and she's in it like almost every episode. And she's really the main waifu in this particular episode. Normally, when I choose the episode, I go for Anaconda episodes because I said that a little bit ago that I'm team Anaconda. You know, that's basically why I'm watching this show, is for her, right? But bodyguard waifu's no slouch, and she is basically the main episode of this, or main character rather, of this episode. And the baconeer is like 25% of the episode is just him trying to wrangle her. So it's pretty entertaining. Pretty entertaining. So that's going to be starting tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the usual time, even though it's Halloween night and we're probably going to stay up late watching scary movies. We're still starting at the usual time, 9 a.m., full 3-hour block for you, 9 to noon. So hopefully I'll see you guys there for volume 125. All right. Now let's get into the anime grindhouse because we're going to change things up a little bit. we did last week, this past week, we did the Halloween special. So we had an episode of Master of Mosquiton, and then we watched the Halloween episode of Dirty Pair, and then we got a couple of episodes of the Night Warriors Dark Stalker's Revenge OVA. And in hindsight, I kind of wish I had just done one episode of Night Warriors and then put the vampire episode of Bastard at the end. That would have been chef's kiss perfect. But, you know, hindsight's always 20/20, right? You know, but we did sort of break up the streak that we were on as far as just barreling through Maze the Megaburst space. We started it with a little half and half Sailor Victory, and then Maze the Megaburst space, and then the next 2 weeks was just pure Zook with that show. Well, we're going to go back to the half and half formula, but the second half is going to be Maze. We are going to resume that. And I think it was Retro Ryu who said in the chat way back at the beginning of the stream, he's like, does this mean more Big Sister Brother? Yes, we are going to get a few more episodes because we are pretty close. We're over halfway. We're like about 2/3 of the way through that show. So I want to just go ahead and finish it. So we are going to get a few more episodes, but we're doing the half and half formula that the Anime Grindhouse is known for, and that'll be the second half. The first half, what we're going to start out with tomorrow, is something brand new that I don't know how familiar anybody's. I feel like this one is a little bit more on the, not like the most obscure. Okay, I'm sure some people have heard of it, but it's a little bit more on the obscure side. So the first half of the Grindhouse is going to be Ayane's high kick. She kicks high. All right, she kicks high. I kind of feel like this one is tailor-made for the Bacon Ears. First, in the title itself, the fact that it's referencing a meme here on the station, she kicks high. It's called Ayane's high kick. And then she's kind of like this boxer wrestler type. You know, she's in sports, right? And so it's like waifu mania. Okay, waifu mania, WWO, the waifu world order for life, right? So yeah, we've got a fighting waifu here. She kicks high from the 90s. It fits well, kind of even has a similar art style to Maze the Megaburst space. So I feel like it's a good companion piece to do those half and half anime grindhouses like they're known for. I mean, that's really what they're known for, is having a, you know, little bit of variety. Yeah, she's a fighting kind of wench. That's right, Ron McChaos. Exactly. It's like all the memes, okay? All the memes from the Orbital station just rolled into a 45-minute anime. It's like one of those standalone OVAs. I think it's like 45 or 55 minutes, like just shy of an hour. Not even a full movie length. One and done. I don't think they ever made a full series out of it or anything like that. Like I said, it's a little bit more on the obscure side. We are going to be watching the dub, okay? I know some people prefer subtitles. I already know. And when I used to watch a lot of anime back in the day, like when I was a young bacon bit, I used to watch a bunch of it, and I was one of those purists that required subtitles. You know, the dubs were inferior and all that, right? But watching this stuff with the bacon ears, it's so much easier when it's dubbed, because then you can just read the chat. You're not trying to read the subtitles and then look back and read the chat. And if you start reading the chat and you don't catch a subtitle, you have no idea what they said, because you don't speak Japanese, right?
Princess.
Well, excuse me. And Zook.
Thank you, Rex Rude. Excuse me. An E, elongated E right there for the me. Thank you. So, appreciate that, Rex Rude. So, but yeah, the thing about it just makes it so much easier to interact with chat. And as we get older, and we've talked about plenty, we kind of enjoy the jankiness of things. We enjoy the cheesiness of things, right? I was talking about that earlier with Jason of Star Command, that, yeah, it looks bad. The budget's low. The special effects are borderline non-existent. But we love it, okay? We love it. And so that's kind of how the dubs are, especially of these old like 80s and 90s anime. Nowadays, they have like superstar voice actors that people like recognize. They hear their voice and they're like, oh, that's so-and-so. And I'm like, I have no idea who that is, because I don't really pay attention to any new stuff, like new voice actors or new anime or anything like that. And the only voice actors that I did know about or like pay attention to was from American cartoons, you know, like Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime or Frank Welker as Megatron, you know, stuff like that. But these 80s and 90s dubs, it's like a bunch of no names, or maybe they were just starting out, so they didn't have a lot of work under their belt, and they were pretty, you know, green, you know what I mean? Like, not very good, you know, trying to put it nicely, right? So, it's got its own charm. It's got its own charm, and I actually really enjoy it. Never thought I would, you know, like I said, I used to be a lot more into anime when I was a young bacon bit and, you know, kind of like a subtitle elitist. But now I kind of prefer the dubs because they're cheesy, they're janky, they make me laugh, they have their own charm. And then when you're watching them with the bacon ears, it's okay if you look away to read chat. You can still hear what's going on and understand what's going on in the anime. And then we can riff on it together because that's what makes the viewing experience that much better, is watching it with the bacon ears and all riffing. So yeah, I think it's going to be a fun one. So we'll be seeing Ayane's High Kick in English, followed by Maze the Megaburst Space, also in English. So that way you don't have to read anything and it'll just be a night full of jank. Just a night full of jank, all right? Like a classic anime grindhouse should be, all right? That's how they should be. So that'll be tomorrow night at midnight over on Orbital Bacon Bits. You guys know the drill. It's midnight Eastern Standard Time, the second channel Bacon Bits. Just in case you guys don't know, if you're not already subscribed there, anybody that's new, make sure you check out the other channels. I've got Bacon Bits where we do the anime grindhouse and some live action stuff too. Typically we do Friday night movies as well at midnight, but with Halloween, it's a little difficult to get some of those up on YouTube, whether due to copyright or, as we all know, the executives at YouTube would say, so many movies. So we play them in the OBTV Discord, but there's a good backlog there of shows and a few movies as well, if you guys want to catch up on those, if you ever just need something to watch. And then also check out the gaming channel, because we do gaming streams every Sunday, and it's pretty much retro stuff, whether it's an actual old game or something new but presented in the old style, the old fashioned, you know, pixel graphics, 2D, Metroidvanias, beat 'em ups, stuff like that, point and click adventures. Those are kind of like my favorite genres. So a lot of retro style gaming over on Orbital Arcade if you're interested in that. And we are going to be playing the rest of Carrion. We started that last week. It was a good game for Halloween. And from what I hear, it's not the longest game. And we played it for a couple hours. And I think we got about halfway through. So I should be able to finish it this Sunday. And I think the progress even said like 50%. We were like right at the halfway point. So we should be able to finish it this Sunday. So we're going to finish that game and then we'll start up something new. Maybe Cadillacs and Dinosaurs next time. Okay, so we'll finish Carrion on Sunday this week. And then maybe next week we'll do Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Maybe a couple beat 'em ups. Beat 'em ups tend to be a little shorter. So we might be able to get a couple of those in like one stream. But speaking of watch parties, though, I'm talking about all the stuff that we do over on Bacon Bits and these other channels. We are doing a midnight movie tonight, and it's Halloween. So it's going to be one of my all-time favorite movies. I watch it every single year, as close, if not on Halloween as possible. And since tonight is Halloween and I haven't watched it yet, we got to. Tonight, after this stream, we're watching Trick or Treat. Oh, buddy, I fucking love this movie. I know a lot of you have seen this. It used to be, like, I remember finding this movie and nobody knew what the hell it was. I just thought it had an interesting looking cover, and it's got Anna Paquin, who was Rogue in the live action X-Men movies. And you guys already know Rogue is my all-time top waifu. And I like those first few, at least the first two anyway, X-Men movies. And so when I heard that she was in it, and I'm like, it looks cool. It's a Halloween movie. I'll check it out. And it ended up being one of the best Halloween movies I've ever seen. It's kind of like an anthology movie, but it has a really good way of tying all the stories together. It's not like Creepshow where the stories are like very separate and have absolutely nothing to do with each other. The different stories in this one do all tie in and all take place within the same, not just universe, but like same town. You know, it's like it's all happening like right there. And in some moments, you'll even see like, oh, that's a character from the other story. Like as the movie goes on, you'll recognize, you'll go, oh, wait, they they were from earlier. So it's like this really well done anthology story, all tied together nicely. It's got a great Halloween vibe, you know, talking about the traditions of jack-o'-lanterns and dressing up and passing out candy and all that stuff. It's really great. Got a great cast in it, you know, some good gore in there. You know, it's R-rated, you know, so it's got some gory stuff in there and, you know, a little wooga wooga booga booga too, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. So if you haven't seen it, no spoilers now, because I'm sure there are some people who have not seen this yet. So yeah, almost like Pulp Fiction, where Pulp Fiction kind of was almost an anthology where it focused on different characters in doing their own thing throughout the movie, but you would see them overlap, especially by the end. Very good comparison right there, Contador. Yeah, it's like Pulp Fiction, but like horror, you know?
On a scale of 1 to Lindsley Register, Werewolf Girl, how would you rank the others in Trick or Treat? Ghost emoji, honeybee emoji.
The other werewolf girls? I don't want to spoil too much. But yeah, it's all this whole movie is like 10 out of 10 for me. And yes, there are waifus, not just Anna Paquin. There are other waifus in it too. There are well, I don't want to spoil too much. It's really good. It's really good. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. So if you've seen it, please don't spoil it for those that haven't. And whether you have or not, if you would like to watch it with the bacon ears after this stream, make sure you're in the Discord. I think most of you are, but if you're not, there should be a link in the description that's working. I always try to check it and make sure, because I know those like expire sometimes. So let me know if it's not working for you, but otherwise you should be able to join via that link. And we plan to start this, like we got to go through the costume contest real quick. So I'm going to try not to do too much more hot dogging and grandstanding, as I call it. We're going to get right into it here in a second. But we will try to start this as close to midnight as possible. It's not like super long. I mean, it's not going to keep you up like terribly late, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It is like such a great movie. Yeah, no, hey, Prince of the Abyss, maybe you influenced me there a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm giving you a hard time. It's like, hey, I'm not the one that normally spoils stuff, but you know, maybe I've been hanging around you too long. No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just messing with you, buddy. But no. So we'll start this as close to midnight as possible, and that'll be tonight in our final movie. Well, I say final movie for Halloween, specifically like on Halloween day. But I have mentioned in the Discord, and I think I've mentioned on previous streams, but I'll say it again, that we're extending Spooky Month, not just to October 32nd. We're going to go all the way through November. We're going to do leftovers, because that's what you usually end up after trick-or-treating. You can't eat all that candy. And then in November, you got Thanksgiving. You're going to have leftovers there too, right? So November kind of is leftovers month. You got leftover Halloween candy. You got Thanksgiving leftovers. So we're going to do Halloween leftovers all month long in November, because our watch party list, there's just no way that we were going to get through the whole thing in 31 days, right? So we will be watching plenty more. But as far as like on Halloween, this will be the final one, unless somebody feels like staying up even later after this movie is done and streaming something else after it. I don't know. Prince of the Abyss says, well, you don't have to worry about me. I'm going to skip. Whoa, well, fine. You know, halt it all. I mean, are you skipping because you just don't like the movie? Or are you skipping because you're getting bent out of? Don't get bent out of shape, man. You know, it's just some friendly ribbing. All right, it's just you know. Just some banter, you know, the bants, just some banter. Don't get bent out of shape, buddy. All right. And then last but certainly not least, channel surfing, since that's also done when it comes to Spooky Month. Yeah. If you're skipping out, then hit the like button on your way out, will you? Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. You're just beat. Okay. All right. As long as you're not, you know, upset about anything. But for channel surfing, Spooky Month is done, so it's back to me having to come up with new themes every week. Oh boy. Oh boy, gotta come up with no. Actually, I like coming up with new themes, and sometimes the themes are so good that we got to revisit. We got to do like sequels, you know, and revisit. But I do have one, and this was actually inspired on this past channel surfing because I kept talking about it. In fact, I think there's been a couple of channel surfings where I've gone off on tangents about this particular topic, and it made me wonder, why have I not done this as a theme yet already? We've had over a year's worth of channel surfing. We actually celebrated the year anniversary not that long ago. We've had a year's worth of channel surfing, and I did not think to do this theme. Well, it is far past due. So what we're doing for channel surfing this coming Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, tokusatsu. So if you know what tokusatsu is, well, then you already know. But for anybody who doesn't, is like, what the hell? Did you just sneeze? What is that? That is the word for Japanese special effects, and they use it to refer to the genre of movies like Godzilla, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Super Sentai. There's a whole bunch of others. In fact, we have seen some tokusatsu be submitted because they fit in other categories, like during Spooky Month, people sent in Machine Girl and the one with the chainsaw that kicked that girl's head that was been cut off, and those movies are crazy. Those are technically tokusatsu movies. So anything can be, you know, from any time period. There's games based on them. There's shows. There's movies. There's all sorts of stuff. There's obscure stuff out there. There's well-known stuff out there. Obviously, we all know about like Godzilla and Gamera and Ultraman. A lot of us know about Kamen Rider, but not everybody does. So it'll be really fun to introduce some clips of my personal favorites of that to you guys. Super Sentai, which is what they took the footage from to make Power Rangers. But there's a whole bunch of others that it's not just those. Like there were a multitude of series that had that like formula. You know, it was like a team that would transform or morph or whatever you want to call it, henshin, right, into their spandex or their plastic rubber armor, you know, and they would fight monsters that were just guys in big rubber suits. Sometimes they would summon a giant robot or whatever, big weapon. Spider-Man. There's, let me say it right. Spider-Man, okay? There's a tokusatsu Spider-Man show where he also summons a giant robot, ironically enough. But yeah, there's some hilarious stuff. All sorts of goodies out there. I'm really excited to see what you guys bring to the table, because not only do you always find a bunch of like hidden gems and oftentimes things that I've never heard of before, but because this one is like near and dear to my heart. I love tokusatsu. You know, talk about cheesy, janky movies and shows. They're all cheesy and janky. We saw a trailer for Inframan. I don't think it was a trailer. It was actually the Angry Video Game Nerd was talking about it. Remember, he's like, boom, he throws a spear, boom, lands in the water, boom. Remember that clip? I think T-Bone sent it in. That's tokusatsu. So yeah, there's all sorts of good stuff. I know that some of you guys are familiar with it. And if you're not that familiar with it, I encourage you to like explore, like take a look, you know. You could just type it in to either Google or YouTube and start finding stuff, and you might become a fan. You might go, oh, this looks pretty wild. And you might find some jank that you really enjoy, and then you can send in a clip, you know? So don't just tap out. I saw Prince of the Abyss go, I might skip this week too. He's doing a lot of skipping. Yeah, maybe he is a little dandy. He's skipping around a lot. No, don't just tap out, you know. Take a chance, take a dive. That's what channel surfing is all about, is we take that deep dive, all right, into nostalgia. You might find something that you like. You might be surprised. There's a big variety. You know, I'm kind of making it sound a little samey with like the Power Rangers comparison, but that's just like one particular genre. You know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of stuff out there, and you might find something you like, and then yeah, you can send it in and we can all enjoy it together. So that's going to be channel surfing Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Tokusatsu edition. Yeah, Waste of Spaces. Take a sniff. Yeah, take a waft it in. Take a sniff of the toku. It's good stuff, man. Toku Zuku. All right, it's good stuff. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. All right. Now let's get into everybody's favorite segment of the week. It's time. Hopefully you kept those wrangling devices tuned up in tip-top condition, because we got some waifus to wrangle here as we get into our Halloween costume contest. So be thinking about who you want to win. try to make it happen, right? You know, you want to materialize it into the universe. Go, this is the waifu I want to win. As we round up a couple of waifus to add, I think we're going to add some here to the voting tonight because we got some last minute entries.
Does the tokusatsu include Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, or even tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills?
Yes and yes. Yes and yes, Duo Maxwell. First, let me just say I know what tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills is. I've unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, have seen it, like all of it, like every episode. That one's pretty bad. But Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, I actually like that one better than some seasons of Power Rangers back in the day. I mean, Mighty Morphin is still, you know, kind of like #1, right? But I loved Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. And Tim Curry voiced the villain, Kilo Khan. He voiced Kilo Khan in that show. I fucking love it. Now, it's based on a Japanese tokusatsu, Gridman. And you can see already I'm starting to geek out, so I better stop myself. But yeah, I'll just look. Simple answer, yes. I'm just gonna stop it there. Okay, I'm just gonna stop it there. Okay, yes, those count too. Those count too. Yeah, Kilo Khan is awesome. Tim Curry in a toku, you know, Tim Curry in a tokusatsu show. Like, can it get any better? So, all right. Like, imagine Tim Curry voicing a villain in like Power Rangers. That's basically what it was like. But he was the main villain, so he was in every episode. You know what I mean? So, yeah. See, Prince of the Abyss, this is what I'm saying. Like, give it a chance. There's some gold out there. Okay? There's some gold out there. Just give it a chance. All right, so let's get into the waifu roundup. Let's check the meters. See how many we stacked up, because you know those waifus go whack for the stack. And we'll see what last minute contestant entries we're getting here to the costume contest, and then we can get to voting. And that way, hopefully we'll be able to start the movie on time. Let's see what we got though. Let's check the meter. Hit the music. All right, it's off to a good start. I like that. That's one down. I like when it moves that fast. That means we're going to get some more entries here. That's two. Two new costume contestants here. That's three new costume contestants here. Slowing down a little bit, but are we okay? Good. We got four new costume contestants, and then we're in Sliver Country. Holy shit, Sliver Country to get a 5th costume contestant entered into the contest tonight. Let's see if we can get it. Can we hit it? Stand up, be counted. Let's go. Thank you guys so much. Massive support from the Bacon Ears, by the way. Massive support from the Bacon Ears. You guys are the best. All right, let's see what we've got here. Now, it looks like, did it move around on its own? No, that's the first waifu, right?
Huh? This is the chief. Right, got it.
Let's get over the hump.
Thank you so much, Wiz. Putting a call into the chief. Say, hey, get those slivers out of here. Nothing. There's, you know, slivers are kind of small, kind of dinky, right? That's Vinny's territory. But when you call the chief, well, nothing is small in her world, okay? So that does it right there. Thank you so much, man. That got us out of Sliver Country right there. Thank you, Wiz. And he also said, holy shit!
Stack it up.
Stack it up indeed. Ron McChaos getting us halfway there, living on a prayer to the next waifu. A little over halfway, in fact. Whoa, buddy. Massive dono from Ron McChaos. Thank you, man. Zooking out like Conan. Let's go. Thank you so much. And then Wiss has also become stream boss again. I didn't think we would have such a battle tonight. That's great to see. That is a very mighty, a very respectable health bar right there. 99.92, might as well just be 100 hit points on the health bar for Wiss, one half of the Cheddar Swiss Coalition. All hail. Let's get the pizza rolls raining. Get that waifu swinging 2 times again. One of these days, Kitty's gonna get after that. Look, Kitty's dangling too. The waifu's swinging, the Kitty's dangling, and yeah, you know, the outfit's just hanging by a thread there. So thank you guys so much, man. Massive support. We might get another costume contestant entered in here at the last minute. But first up, I don't know if you'll be able to guess this one. I'm thinking that it might be best if we don't do too much guessing and just get right into it, so that way we can get to the votes and stuff before midnight. So our first waifu, courtesy of Master Krakken, we actually, here, I'll give you a clue that'll basically give it away. The waifu, you won't really be able to guess who she's dressed as, but the waifu herself, we have seen once before. It was from Otacat last week, dressed as a Queensblade waifu, Menace. She was dressed as Menace. So if you know your Queensblade characters and you remember who was dressed as who from last week, then you should know who this waifu is. Well, I'll give it like just a couple seconds. There you go. Prince of the Abyss and Tavern's Pole, they know their Queensblade waifus. They remember it was Nefertina, and it's showtime because she's dressed as Beetlejuice. Somebody, I should have said it 3 times before I did the unveil. I should have said Beetlejuice, 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 because, or maybe Nefertina. Well, you know what? You guys said it 3 times. Prince of the Abyss, Taverns, and then Tony Pool. 3 right there. If technically 4, because Rama Chaos got in there too. So we got it in the chat. We got Neffy 3 in a row, 3 chatters, different chatters, back to back to back. Summoned showtime. Nefertina right here, dressed as Beetlejuice. That's right. We got the mummies and the ghost with the most. That's right. So really excellent job here by Master Krakken. And always good to see Nefertina. You know, a couple of waifus. In fact, we've got quite a few, like Starfire, Starfire again. I think Starfire 3 times. No, but there are a couple. There's a couple. She's not the only one. But we did have a couple waifus that are technically entered multiple times. Skews their chances a little bit, but they are like all-time favorites. Among, you know, Raven's in here a couple times. I think She-Ra might be. Let's see, who else? Well, we don't need to worry about it too much, but yeah, there's a couple that their chances are skewed just a bit because they're multiple entries, but in some cases they might be going up against themselves, you know, like we're doing an elimination style. So they might be going up against themselves, and then that way it just sort of cancels it out. Yeah, I did say it 3 times. Where is she? You know, I feel gypped. I feel gypped. Why hasn't Starfire appeared in my room? I said it 3 times in a row. Oh man, bummer. But no, excellent work here from the artists. All month long, all the artists on the station, all of them pitched in too. We had Master Krakken, Master Godai, Otacat, Ace of Spades, Kolko with some guest spots, even Mad Ops, Dear Editor with a guest spot. So yeah, like all the artists just going all out, man, all month long. It's been great. So, all right, that's 1 waifu down. We've got 4 more to go, and we are over halfway there. Living on a prayer to get waifu number 6 if we can. Let's see who's up next. Oh, okay, now this one you might be able to guess by the silhouette who the waifu is, but I think you might even be able to guess what she's dressed as. I'll give you a hint that it's not like a named character. It's more of a profession, I guess. It's more of like a profession, kind of. Like it's like a thing, you know? It's not like a named individual. It's a group. It's a group.
Look at the size of that thing!
For the lactose intolerant, Zook von She-Ra.
Thank you, Loki Thorson. Let's go. Look at the size of that dono. Look at the size of that health bar as he reclaims Stream Boss. All hail Loki Thorson, taking it back over, getting some more pizza rolls raining, getting the waifu swinging. Look at the size of that health bar right there. It's a full moon tonight. All right, it's Halloween and it's a full moon tonight. Oh, yeah. All right. So let's see. Frankenhooker, no. Pirate, no. I don't. It's like a little random, but it'll make sense when you see it.
Magnificent. Look at the size of that thing.
You offered cheese to a lactose intolerant volcano god?
Oh, no, there's going to be an eruption. There's going to be an eruption now. Thank you, Cheddar Swiss.
This is the
Whoa.
place. Time to kick back and relax.
To get to the 6th waifu. But that is all I can go with tonight, Bacon Ears. It is all up to you.
Yes, more Zook from Kitty. He's still zooking out, man.
No, man, he's just zooking out. He'll be okay.
You got him to even go robotic there. He was like, like he was going full Domo Origato Mr. Roboto for a second there. Oh, man, that's good. It's good when you guys are able to make Kitty go robotic like that. He was zooking out. Thank you so much, T-Bone, for another elongated E, not just from Shantae, but also from Kitty. All right, holy shit. And then another full moon out tonight for Halloween from the Cheddar Swiss Coalition. Thank you guys so much, man. Massive support from the Bacon Ears. You guys are the absolute best. I'm pretty sure with that, we probably did unlock another waifu, but let's unveil this one first. We've got our briefly, ever so briefly, self-aware waifu. She just had the shortest moment of clarity there, but she's also very good at felting Vinny, just leaving him in a puddle of misery as he gets brutalized, murdered, fatality to the ego. That's right, we got Charlie Girl as a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It's not like an like an individual named character. I guess you consider it a profession. It's like, it's a group, right? It's a group like cheerleaders, like the Dallas cheerleaders, right? So yeah, Charlie Girl wins. I think she's a front runner now too. Now that's a costume, right? That's a costume. Yeah, Charlie Girl as a Dallas cheerleader. You gotta love that. I mean, she's got the boots. She's just wearing white boots, but she's got the same boots. They're just brown that she wears in the show. So it's like perfect fit, Perfect fit. She looks great. That's a costume, right? Leave me alone, please. No, says she looks more like Debbie. Whoa, hey, whoa, buddy. I don't know. Like maybe not so much these days, but this really is what the Dallas cheerleaders wore back in the day. I don't know. They probably made them all ugified, like they're trying to do to everything else. But yeah, back in the day, this was pretty accurate. All right. So anyway, that is waifu number 2, also by Master Krakken, of course. Waifu number 3. This one is also by Master Krakken. And this one I was hoping to have a little while back. It's meant to be like a companion piece to a waifu that we unlocked earlier in the month. So you might be able to tell by the hair, but also if you notice that bat silhouette sitting on her arm, that should be a pretty big giveaway, because the other waifu, who's like the companion to this one, not just in the show, she's a companion in the show, but also like companion piece, like they go together, these two pinups here. She also had this particular bat sitting on her arm. So you guys remember? There you go. Ron McChaos and Philip Fabian, they know what's up. That's right. It's Raven. So we saw Starfire dressed as Vampirella. We got Starfire earlier, and this was like a couple weeks ago, like much earlier in the month. We got Starfire as Vampirella with Beast Boy serving as the bat. She had her arm out. She was doing a baste, and Beast Boy was, perched right there. Well, now we've got Raven as Elvira. Okay, she's got the Elvira dress on, although it's a little windy out. Okay, a little windy out tonight. Make sure you're dressing appropriate for the weather, because it's a little windy out there. But yeah, we've got Elvira, Raven, and Beast Boy once again filling in the role as the bat accessory there. Yeah, a little gothic cake, somebody left some cake out in the rain. If it's raining where you are, I don't know. It was raining earlier here. Somebody left some cake out in the rain. MacArthur's Park, all right? So yeah, we've got Raven dressed as Elvira. So this one's going to be tough, you know, because it's going to, like I said, it's going to be elimination style. So Raven and Starfire going head to head. Who's going to win that one? That's going to be a tough vote. That's going to be a tough vote. I told you the full moon was out tonight. All right, so next up, that was waifu number 3, right? That was waifu number 3? Yeah. So waifu number 4. Okay, waifu number 4. Oh, buddy. This one, I think, is pretty easy to get if you know. If you know where it's from, it should be like, oh, even if you don't know her name, like you'll be like, I know what show that's from. I'm not terribly familiar with it because I've never actually watched it, but I do remember seeing these characters everywhere. Back when I used to go to like sci-fi conventions and comic book conventions, and you know, people would be dressed up, like half the chicks were dressed as these characters, man. It was very popular back in the day. Yeah, there you guys, you know, Kill la Kill. That's right. You guys know what's up. Kill la Kill. So we've got 2 waifus. This is the first one, all right? From Kill la Kill, another sort of companion piece, right? So this one is, and you won't, the silhouette doesn't really give anything away as far as who it is, the waifu, so I'll just let you know. We've got Mesmermizing from Conan. Mesmermizing from Conan the Adventurer. And we've seen a couple of super chatters zooking out like Conan tonight. So from that same show, the animated series, Conan the Adventurer, Mesmermizing, the evil sorceress waifu, is dressed as Satsuki from Kill la Kill. And this one is also, of course, by Master Krakken. And yeah, you can kind of see why, even if you had never seen the anime, you've probably seen these outfits around. They've been everywhere. You know, if you ever went to a convention, there were people dressed. You saw merchandise. You know, they're all over the place. People have probably used clips from this show to make a whole bunch of music video edits and things like that. So you've probably seen it around on YouTube. Yeah, like these outfits were inescapable in, I want to say early 2000s. I feel like it's kind of fairly old. It's like probably approaching that 20-year mark, give or take. It's fairly old at this point. Maybe not. Maybe more like 15 years. You know, like 2010s or something. 2015? Really? I figured it was older than that. Is it really 2015? I would have said like 2010 or something. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. But still, it was popular at the time, and these costumes were everywhere, and a good fit because this character had very dark hair. That's really all I remember about her. So we've got Mesmermizing, also with the dark hair there, as Satsuki from Kill la Kill. All right, next up. Yeah, I want to say it was before 2015. It had to have been. There's no way that it was that recent. Like that's crazy. Next up, the other waifu from Kill la Kill. And this one, again, I don't know if you'll be able to guess the Saturday morning waifu dress, although the haircut does give you a hint. 2013. Yeah, see, that sounds more like it. Yeah, it's got to be approaching the 15-year mark. It's getting up there. It's been out for a while. All right, so the hair might give this one away. April's a good guess, and April is actually one that is guessed almost every time we get a silhouette of this waifu. I think people always guess April, but she is from a Saturday morning cartoon that we've watched on the show a good bit. So who has that short haircut? I think the only thing she's missing, this is going to be a dead giveaway. The only thing she's missing is a neckerchief. You know, she got fully into character when she put this costume on and even abandoned the neckerchief. There you go. Loki Thorson knows. Yeah, pole position. That's right. Tess, one of the few waifus that can actually drive. She might be the only one, in fact. I'm trying to think of if there's another one at all. But basically the only waifu that we've seen on Saturday mornings that can drive, that is immune to J-Law. We've got Tess as Ryoko from Kill la Kill. And this is like the main character. This is, if you didn't recognize the last costume, you should definitely recognize this one because this was the main character. And really both of those outfits were like all over the place in the 2010s, but this one for sure. Like if you didn't necessarily recognize the last one, you've definitely seen this one before. Even if you've never seen the anime, like myself, I've actually never watched it, but I remember these outfits and I know they were popular and a lot of people like that anime from back in the day. I like Tess, you know, Pole Position's one of my favorites. Unfortunately, there was only 13 episodes, so we've doubled up on some at this point. You know, we've played all 13 and a couple of them I think have been played twice. But we love Tess. The only waifu that I can think of that's immune to J-Law, at least driving J-Law. She commits other J-Laws, you know, but she's immune to the driving one. So we got her as Ryoko from Kill la Kill, also courtesy of Master Krakken. All right, good stuff, man. You guys are killing it. All right, that's waifu number 5. We did get waifu number 6, like perfectly. We hit waifu, or meter rather, number 6. We don't hit the waifus, okay? We hit meter number 6. So we've unlocked the next waifu. Now this one, the silhouette should give it away, at least who she's dressed as. That should be like immediate. We just saw this on channel surfing, which also that the clip that we saw on channel surfing would also apply to the tokusatsu theme next week. So if you want to send more clips, I will not be opposed. You can even send the same clips that we watched just the other day, and I won't be opposed because they were so much fun. We were laughing our asses off as well as just enjoying the pudding physics. But yes, T-Bone got it. That's right. It's Tackle. And you may not be able to guess the waifu dressed up as her because there's really nothing that gives it away, but we'll unveil it now. This one courtesy of Ace of Spades 88. We've got Starfire. I told you she was going to be in here a bunch. Okay, I told you she was in here a bunch. We've got Starfire dressed as Tackle from the new Kamen Rider anime. It's not even like an official Kamen Rider anime. It's what was it called? Like Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. It's more like a parody. It's more like a parody show. It's like mostly played for laughs, but it's got some good fight scenes in it. The animation's really well done. And of course, that character design for Tackle is peak, or as some would say, Twin Peaks. So we've got Starfire, and notice the the logo on the chest plate there is for Tackle, but it Teen Titans, it works for that too. There, I don't know. I don't think nobody really cares. They're just like, look, we're distracting. Tiny mini skirt. Kitty's zooking out over here.
Pardon me. Pontsu.
We got Starfire as Tackle. That's really, yeah, Tata's. Yeah, it could be anything. It could be anything. So that is waifu number 6. And our final one that we've unlocked tonight. Here's the silhouette for the next one. Oh, buddy, this one is also from Ace of Spades. If you are tempted to fill another meter, I think you might recognize that hair. This is a based waifu right here. This waifu is fucking based, and she's got a good outfit on too. Like Ace of Spades, he surprised me actually. He surprised me with how well he did on all of his submissions this month.
I almost forgot to tell you all, we got the official word. Baby boy number 2 will be arriving on November 24th. Whether he likes it or not.
Commies and not people, congratulations, brother. Congratulations. Baby boy number 2. That's awesome. I like that, whether he likes it or not. Oh, buddy. You're hilarious, man. But congratulations. Congratulations. That's wonderful to hear. That's awesome, man. And thank you for the dono, by the way. Ron McChaos got it. Pi Thunder. I see a lot of people voting K. Not a bad guess. K does have very similar hair, but not quite as messy. K's hair is not quite as messy. So yes, this is Pi Thunder, our based waifu from Dangaio. And you'll have to see what she's dressed as if we can fill another meter. Otherwise, we can always save her for next time. We're doing Halloween leftovers all throughout November anyway. So, not a problem. All right, well, let's get into the voting then. And what we might do, since we're doing leftovers and we've got more Halloween waifus to wrangle as is. Let me check my notes and see how many more. Well, there are only a couple more to be unlocked tonight, but there's still more coming from the artists. Like Krakken's still sending some more. I think Godai, I've got some more from him. Coco artist. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do leftovers all month in every regard of Halloween. So what we'll do, because it's already 11:30, let's do the first round. Okay, we're gonna do elimination rounds. We were gonna do that anyway, but let's do the first round tonight, and then that way we're not like going crazy, like overboard with how long this stream goes. Because I know that we want to try to get through Trick or Treat without staying up too late, so that we can get up early for Saturday morning cartoons. I mean, I know I do, and I know a lot of other people as well don't want to stay up too terribly late. So let's head over to the Waifusion Chambers. Okay, this is going to be our stage for tonight. We're going to head over to the Waifusion Chambers here, and we're going to bring up our first match and see which one are you guys going to pick. Okay, contest. Here we go. All right. It's between Tara as a vampire and Chitara as the slave Leia. Okay, so I'm going to put a poll here on the YouTube chat. Start a poll. Round 1. We've got Tara and Chitara. I didn't even mean to do that. Start the poll. There we go. And we'll let it run for like a minute or maybe like 90 seconds. So get those votes in fast, okay? Get those votes in fast. We're just going to let it run for about 60 seconds or maybe 90 seconds. We'll see. The poll is up. Because I see people saying 1 and 2 and 1. I won't be able to count all those, at least not in a timely manner. So put your vote in the poll there. Tara or Chitara, who do you want to advance to the next round? Should play some music. There we go. It's so close. Holy shit, it's neck and neck. And she wants to kissy your neck. Remember that. But Chitara's already wrangled. She comes like self-wrangled. It's so close. All right. We're approaching the 90-second mark. So we're about to end the poll. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Polls closed. Chitara with 52%. Chitara with 52%. Now, if you got, well, I don't know. That might be cheating. I was about to say, if you want to send in a super chat to boost your chosen waifu, I might allow it, but I don't know. When it's this close, would that be a good thing, or would that be like, no, cheating? Would that be good? Oh wait, who's deleting messages? That's probably on accident, I'm assuming, because there's nothing wrong with those chats. Probably on accident. But yeah, so Chitara with 52%, Tatara 48%, only 54 votes. How many people are watching? We have like over 100 people watching. We have well over. Yeah, you guys got to get those votes in. We have well over 100 people watching and only 54 voted. Okay, so that's cheating. All right, no buying votes. Okay, no buying votes. No super chats for votes. Okay, so then Chitara is the winner. Tara has been eliminated. I'm going to make a note of that right there. Okay, and our next pairing here, we've got Janine dressed as Starfire and Starfire dressed as Janine. No, dressed as She-Ra. But it kind of makes me almost wish that I had done Starfire dressed as Janine just to have like the costume swap battle. But no, we've got Janine dressed as Starfire and Starfire dressed as She-Ra. Let's get the poll started here. Give me 1 second. Make sure you put your vote in as soon as you see it pop up. So we've got Janine and we've got Starfire. All right, here we go. All right, the poll is up. The poll is up. We're going to give it 90 seconds. We're going to give it 90 seconds.
Can we have a both option?
Oh, both? Well, but that would just kind of negate, you know, that because, you know, adding one vote to each is like adding no votes to each. You know what I mean? I mean, technically, both is always the right answer for all of these, right? For all of these pairings, like both is the right answer. But all right, let's see. Shit, I wasn't looking at the timer. I think it's been over 90 seconds. Buffering? What do you mean buffering? It better not. It better not be buffering. All right, did everybody get their votes in? Did everybody get their votes in? All right, we're ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Poll has ended. Who's the winner? Starfire. 58 votes here. Starfire with 52%. All of these are so fucking close, man. This is crazy. Yeah, all of these are really close. I thought Janine had this one. But Starfire takes the win with 52%. Let's go. All right. So, Janine, you have been eliminated. Wow. All right. Next up. It's rigged. I mean, hey, this is like, it's people voting. If you're paying attention to the chat, I know not everybody watching is voting. People might just be listening in the background, but I don't know that there is a way to rig it. I think it's legit. Okay, next up, we've got Princess Aura dressed as New 52 Starfire versus Jinx dressed as Felicia from Darkstalkers. Okay, this is another one. All these are like tough. That's why I say, yeah, you know, technically the correct answer is both on all of them because these are all very tough. I don't know, man. It's hard to predict who's gonna win. All right, let's see. Here we go. Aura and Jinx. Okay, ready? Let me see where the timer is. Okay, there we go. 90 seconds on the clock. I demand a recount. Lynch is not happy. Lynch really wanted Janine to win that one. This isn't enough. I need warheads on foreheads. Oh, man. You guys crack me up. Cracking me up. All right. I keep not looking at the timer. Miss Taco Cat. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Getting down to the wire. You got about 30 seconds left. It's the battle of the thick thighs. Ten seconds. All right, and the poll has ended. 60 votes on this one. Jinx with a very clear victory. Okay, this one's a little more decisive. 57% to 43%. That's a little bit more decisive there. So Jinx with a clear victory, defeating Aura. All right, Aura, you have been eliminated. Okay. All right, next up. Oh, this one's going to be tough. Oh, shit, man. This one's going to be, I mean, they've all been pretty tough, but this next one. Some late entries unlocked just tonight, but I wonder who's going to take the elimination and who's going to carry on to the next round. We've got Nefertina as Beetlejuice Showtime and Charlie Girl as the Dallas cheerleader. Holy shit, this one's going to be tough. This might be one of the toughest ones we've had so far. All right, so we've got Nefertina and we've got Charlie Girl. Okay, start your voting. Hold on, let me wait for a nice round number on the timer. And go. Okay. Book Golem says this one's easy. You heading out, Ronald Neal? Coco Artist, you got to head out too, man. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Yeah, that's why we're just gonna do the first round elimination, because otherwise we'd probably be here all night. Oh, we need the music. Yeah, need the music. Almost forgot. Mr. Kezerdreck says, remember, Charlie did our boy wrong. Yeah, she was kind of brutal to Vinny. If you're a Vinny fan, she did your boy wrong. It's funny because Vinny was always my favorite. Like as a bacon bit, he was my favorite of the biker mice. But it kills me whenever she just like destroys him like that. I don't know why I get such a kick out of it, even though he's like my favorite. Monster Girl Supremacy. Damn, Nefertina. Solid lead. 10 seconds. 10 seconds left.
Yes! Yes!
By the bolts of Frankenstein and the sacred fangs of Dracula, you shall not pass.
Thank you, Loki Thorson. 10 big Bison Bucks. And with 61 votes, this might be the most decisive victory we've had so far. Nefertina.
Hi fucking yeah!
She kind of destroyed Charlie there. I guess that's karma. That's karma. Charlie with only 41%. Nefertina taking 59% from 61 votes there. Whoa, buddy. Yeah, Charlie got a little karma there, you know? She shouldn't have been so mean to Vinny. Charlie Girl, you have been eliminated. Wow. Okay, another difficult one, another toughie up next. I have no idea who's going to win this. I mean, I know who I would vote for, but I have no idea who's going to win. This one's going to be tough. Starfire and Raven. Holy shit.
All hail Loki.
All hail Loki Thorson. Yeah, man, he's been kicking ass as stream boss tonight. Cheddar Swiss Coalition even has to recognize. Thank you guys so much, though. You guys have all been like super generous tonight. I really appreciate it. All right, here we go. The poll is starting now. Starfire and Raven. Starfire as Vampirella or Raven as Elvira. Kakarot says an easy win for Raven. Really? I feel like this would be a tough choice. I mean, I'm team Starfire for life, so I would vote for Starfire. But I know that the chat's kind of split on who their favorite Titan is. So curious to see how this one goes. Raven's got a substantial lead. Holy shit, 68%. Raven's killing it right now. Whoa, buddy. Yeah, this isn't just Starfire versus Raven. This is the age-old question of boobs versus cake. You know what I mean? Is it Wooga or is it Booga? Okay. It's not just Starfire versus Raven. It's Wooga versus Booga. Damn, Raven is kind of destroying her though. Yeah, Yams. That's what I should have said. Yams versus Cake. I think Cake's winning. I think Cake is winning this one, guys. 10 seconds left. I think Cake is winning this one. All right, poll is ending. 61 votes. Raven with 67%. Starfire with only 33%. It looks like the chat prefers Cake on a goth waifu too. Starfire, you have been eliminated. Whoa, buddy. All right. Next up. This one I think, okay, based on how the last one, or this one, I keep getting tongue-tied. Sorry. This next one, based on how the vote that just happened went, I think I know who's going to be the winner. So next up, we have Rally as Lara Croft versus Jinx as Freddy Krueger. And I'm pretty sure, I think now I know who the obvious, I would have thought maybe this would be kind of a tough one, but no, I think I know. I think I know who's going to win this one now. All right, so we've got Rally versus Jinx. And we'll start the poll right. Hold on, let me give it just to make the math easy for the timer. And let me wait like 10 seconds here. I know there's a lot of Rally fans. Rally for Rally. That's right. Rally up for Rally. I know there's a lot of Rally fans, but Jinx brought Cake. Jinx brought Cake to the party. Okay? Jinx brought Cake. Who's it gonna be? Who's taking home the prize in this first round? Rally or Jinx? Another age-old question too. Just like Starfire versus Raven, we have another Yams versus Cake battle here. Who's it gonna be? Holy shit! A lot of people are. I would have put money on Jinx. Wow. Wow, I would have put money on Jinx and I would have been out some money. The way it's going. I mean, we've got about 45 seconds left. That's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, look, again, both is the answer, but I'm just surprised. I thought Jinx had this one in the bag. That's wild. Saint Adam says, I'm in the minority again. Reparations. Tomboys are greater than goth chicks, says Chester Stevens. 10 seconds left on the poll. 5 seconds. I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think we have a clear winner here. 66 votes, 70% goes to Rally. This is the most decisive victory. So I thought Starfire lost pretty bad to Raven, but no, Rally took 70% to Jinx's 30%. Whoa, buddy. Wow. Okay. Jinx, you have been eliminated. Man, seriously, I would have been out some money there. You know what I mean? I would have lost it because I thought Jinx had that for sure. Okay, next up, this one's another kind of tough, but I think I shouldn't say anything anymore because I keep getting them wrong. This is like the second or third one I've gotten wrong. Okay, next up, we've got Princess Lana dressed as Elena, Captain of the Guard, versus She-Ra dressed as Claudette, the Thunderclap General. Whoa, this is a tough one. This is kind of a tough one. I don't know. This really could go either way. I have no idea. But here we go. We're starting another poll. We've got Lana and we've got She-Ra. Two top waifus, all-time top waifus here on the station. Really could go either way. The poll is started. The poll has begun. It has begun. It has begun. Yeah, this one's tough. Ik bin Shira or Gamer Girl. And they both brought yams, no cake. So it's not a yams versus cake thing. They both brought yams. You have brunette gamer princess and blonde Aryan princess. Ik bin Shira. You got Ik bin Shira and you got Princess Lana. Cruelty. Who is it going to be? This one's tough. The Yam Battle Royale. Battle for the ages. I honestly, I don't know who I would vote for on this. Is not only could I not guess the winner, but I don't even know who I would vote for in this one. Because part of me wants to vote Lana. She's like a classic waifu that I grew up watching Captain N. She-Ra was a little bit before my time. And as we've said before, when you're a bacon bit, you watch He-Man. It's not until you get older, become a baconeer, you start watching She-Ra. So Lana's, been in my nostalgia longer, technically. Plus, she's dressed as my favorite waifu from Queen's Blade. So it's really tough. But then She-Ra is She-Ra. I mean, just fucking look at her, right? All right, that's the end of the poll. The poll's coming to an end. Who is it? Holy shit, Lana! Lana by a hair, 67 votes, and Lana with 51%. Lana just barely, by the floofy ponytail on her head, barely made it right there. She-Ra, you have been eliminated. Wow. I had no idea. I didn't predict anything because I had no idea who was going to win this one, but that's crazy. It was so close. Jason Long says, rigged. It was rigged. All right. This next one is also going to be pretty tough. This next one's going to be pretty tough too. And it's another cake versus yams. We've got Rogue as Risty, the benevolent bandit of the wild, versus Nocturna, the wandering warrior. Another cake versus yams here. So starting the poll in just a few seconds, we've got Rogue and we've got Nocturna. There we go, setting it up. And we'll start it in about 10 seconds here. Now, you know who my all-time favorite waifu is, but Nocturna's been a recent favorite. So, all right, poll has begun. The poll has begun. Yeah, those yams are trying to break free. Those yams are trying to break free. But then the cake is kind of already, is kind of already out there, Rogue as Risty, benevolent bandit of the wild, versus Nocturna as Elena, the wandering warrior. Yeah, I think Rogue might be taking this one. We love Nocturna. I joke around a lot with Kenzo's creations about battling for Nocturna in the Crossfire arena, zoomerangs to the death. But Rogue, it's Rogue. You know what I mean? She is an all-time, she's like waifu royalty. You know what I mean? All-time top waifu of the ages. This might be the most decisive victory we've seen so far. I thought it would be closer. I thought it would be a little closer. I kind of figured Rogue would win because it's Rogue. But she's destroying Nocturna. Yeah, crushed, man. That's wild. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. I don't know. There were no there's no underdog story here. Nope. Rogue just destroyed Nocturna. 70 votes, and Rogue got 86% to Nocturna's 14. Holy shit. I almost feel bad for her. Nocturna, you have been eliminated. Wow. Damn. Kind of brutal. Kind of brutal. Whoa, buddy. Yeah, poor Nocturna. I almost feel kind of bad for her. All right, this next one is going to be very difficult. Another battle of Yams versus Cake. I wonder who will win, because now it's a different art style. It's presented a little differently, so I wonder if it'll change the outcome at all. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be the same as we saw before. But we have another battle of Starfire versus Raven, the Dirty Titans. Okay, it's the dirty pair dress up, the Dirty Titans. We've got Starfire versus Raven, also known as Yams versus Cake. Once again, making you choose once again. Who will it be this time? Are we going to see a repeat? Are we going to see a repeat, or will we have a different outcome? I don't know. I honestly don't know. We'll find out. I'm starting the poll in 10 seconds here. Get ready. Poll is coming your way. Coming in hot. There we go. The poll is live. It's live. And not only is Starfire, you have to take into consideration who they're dressed as too. Because I think, you know, Raven plus Elvira. But see, this is Starfire plus K. I'm Team K for life. I'm Team Starfire for life. So this is like double, you know, hit the button twice on Starfire, you know? That's a Starfire win. I hope so. I hope so. Raven got the win with the Elvira costume. That's understandable. But we need Starfire. She can't be eliminated again. Although she did get a victory over Janine. That was actually really surprising. I'm still shocked about that. But we need Starfire as K. K-Fire. K-Fire. We need it. We need it to go on to the next round. KO. That's right. K's out. It's kind of, if you notice, the way that she's wearing her costume is based on the K's out meme. So it's another little bonus there for you. Although Yuri, the way that she's wearing her outfit is also based on the stealth check, failing the stealth check. So, you know, they both have memes going for them. They both have the love of the dirty pair. All right, that's it. 5 seconds. The poll is coming to an end. With 66 votes, Starfire takes the victory with 65%. Let's go. Hell yeah. K-Fire. Team K. Team Starfire for life. Raven, you have been eliminated. All right. Now this next one's going to be tough too, man. I set these up kind of in a way like on purpose to be difficult. But it's like now that we're actually doing the votes, it's crazy to see some of these outcomes. So yeah, they're not easy. They're not easy. So this next one's going to be kind of tough too. Let's see who's going to take home the victory for the first round on this between the Baroness and Nefertina. So Nefertina took the victory over Charlie Girl earlier, but will she be able to defeat the Baroness now dressed as Menace from Queensblade and Baroness rocking Vampirella? Who's going to take the victory on this one? I don't know. Is it an easy vote? I see some people saying, oh, this is an easy choice. I feel like this one's pretty tough too. All right, the poll's coming in. 10 seconds. Coming in hot. Get ready. Get ready. I can't vote. Don't make me. You got to. You got to submit your vote. All right, there it goes. There it goes. The poll is live. Yes, you must pick. I see a lot of it's funny how split the chat is on not necessarily who they're going to vote for, but having to vote. I see some people saying, "Oh, this is easy. This is an easy pick," and then I see some people going, "No, I can't do it. Don't make me." Oh man, this is fun. This is fun. I like doing the costume contest like this. This is actually, I think this is working better than we did. Like, because last year we just had like a kind of a clusterfuck. I'll admit, I didn't run it as well, and it was kind of a clusterfuck. This one is much better, and I don't know about you guys, but like I'm having more fun. Hopefully you guys are too. right, we got about 30 seconds. 30 seconds left to get the votes in. Wow, is Nefertina really gonna defeat Baroness? Oh, we're not hailing the Baroness? Holy shit. I'm shocked. I am shocked. I thought we'd be hailing the Baroness tonight. That's wild. Yeah. Okay, about 10 seconds. Storm Shield says rigged. Is it because Monster Girls? Is it Monster Girls? Is that why? All right, poll's coming to a close. Rigged election. RB is furious. 70 votes and 60% to Nefertina, 40% to the Baroness. Is it the outfit? Is it because she has Staffu? It's because she has Staffu. That's cheating. Yeah, not fair. 2v1. Staffu was getting votes. The under yams from the Monster Girl. Recount. Yeah, I'm actually pretty surprised. I thought Baroness had that one because it's fucking Baroness, but Nefertina is a very popular waifu. It's a killer outfit. She's holding Staffu as well.
Now
so
say all hail the Baroness.
I'll hail the Baroness myself.
Thank you, Reverb 154. Perfectly timed. Hail the Baroness on her way out. She has been eliminated. All right. Wow. Okay. Next up, some last minute entries from earlier tonight. We've got Tess as Ryoko and Mesmira as Satsuki. I think I know who's getting this one. I don't know. Maybe this one's going to be close. I don't know. But I feel like I know who's going to get this one. But we've got Tess versus Mesmira. The poll is coming your way right now. Tess versus Mesmira. I think I know who's got this one. Yeah, so far it's leaning towards Tess. I mean, she's dressed as the main character. Satsuki was like, the secondary. I think she was like a villain at some point or something. And Mesmira is also a villain, whereas Tess is neckerchief waifu. Short-haired girl, yeah. I mean, I prefer girls with long hair, but Tess does rock that hairstyle. She does rock it. Yeah, it's the Ryoko, right? 30 seconds left. Daryl, this is actually the final one. This is the final one for this round. We're gonna do another one next week. Because we gotta start trick or treat so that we're not up till the start time of the cartoons in the morning. Gotta get a couple hours of sleep in there. And then that way we can have more waifus too. All right, about 5 seconds left. The poll's about to close. I think we have a clear victor here. All right, with 66 votes, Tess with 65% to Mesmira 35%. That's kind of who I figured. I figured Tess would take the victory on this one. And so Mesmira, you have been eliminated. All right. So for round one, our winners are Chitara, Starfire, Jinx, Nefertina, Raven, Rally, Lana, Rogue, Starfire again, Nefertina again, and Tess. Holy shit. And then we're going to have another round next week. So, and we'll dedicate more time, that way we won't have I guess technically we will have a midnight movie that we're going to try to make, but it won't be as important. I mean, this is Halloween. We got to make sure we get this midnight movie in here tonight. So maybe I'll make next round a little smaller so it doesn't go on as long. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. But I think this went well as far as the structure of the contest. You know, it wasn't like a clusterfuck like last year. So we've got a clear list of waifus that are advancing to the next round. We'll have a few new entrants next week because some of the art is still being finished, specifically by Master Krakken. And then we have a few more to unlock as well from the other artists. So we'll have a whole bunch more waifus. Like I said, we're doing Halloween leftovers all through November. Just like you can't eat all your candy in one night, we can't wrangle all these waifus in one night, okay? We're going to need all, or even 1 month for that matter. Spooky month, 31 days, not enough. So we're going to extend it to November, leftovers all month long. Spooky month continues. It's October 32nd tomorrow in my book. All right, guys? So that's the show for you tonight. Thank you all for hanging out here tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'd say we had a pretty good time. A lot of great memes, wrangled some waifus, voted in the first round of the contest. I'd say it was pretty good. Thank you to everybody that donated. Who's our stream boss now at the end of the night? Loki Thorson managed to retain stream boss. So thank you so much, Loki Thorson, as well as everybody that donated. Reverb 154, the Cheddar Swiss Coalition, that includes Chester Stevens and Wiss, Commies Are Not People, T-Bone, Tony the Bard, Ron McChaos, Duo Maxwell, Rex Rude 99, Bloodwork, let's see who else, Painting and Rambling. Hold on, I want to shout out everybody real quick. Reluctant, Kinzo's Creations, Retro Ryu, Taverns Pull, and whoa, wow, we got to go to another page. That's crazy. Big support tonight. Coco Artist, Michael Russum, and I think that might, oh no, and Kakarot. Let's not forget Kakarot. That's right. All right. Thank you guys so much for donating tonight. Keeps the station in orbit, as well as food on the table of the artists so that they can keep providing us with exclusive waifus each and every week of our favorite Saturday morning waifus. Thank you guys. You are the best Baconeers, best community on YouTube. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, for watching, especially all the way to the end, because your time is valuable. So thank you for spending it here on the Orbital station, guys. Happy Halloween, okay? Happy Halloween. Be sure to like up the stream if you enjoyed the madness here. We're going to get heading out. You guys have been awesome. Stay awesome. Stay based. God bless you all. And you know what? Thank you for watching. God bless you guys. Y'all have a happy Halloween, okay? Until next time, remember.
Until all is one.
Yes, until all is one.
Thank you for visiting me. It's been real.
Tomorrow.
Goodbye, Nega Ninjas.
She's simply awesome. She dashed by me in painted on jeans. And all had turned 'cause she was the cream. In the blink of an eye, I knew her number and her name. Yeah. She said I was the tiger she wanted to tame. Caribbean queen, now we're sharing the same dream. And our hearts, they're beating one. No more love on the run. I lose my cool when she steps in the room. And I get so excited just from her perfume. Electric eyes that you can't ignore. passion burns you like never before.